in my book.
Okay, so there's more people beyond the 350.
A lot of people.
Now we'll see.
My thing is, I'm just glad this isn't about Iggy. It's about the whole tournament.
I agree with that.
I didn't start this
No,
conversation.
absolutely not.
Pepper and Jeannie's in trouble here, buddy.
Oh,
What do you mean Pepper and Jeannie's in trouble?
I'm on Iggy. I voted yes on the poll.
Oh, did you?
I think.
I voted no.
Few in the crowd.
You voted no.
I voted no.
Doug, that's an
Really?
inside job. That's
Yeah.
an inside job.
That should be a tell.
Well, I
Bit
want to
of a
pat
tip.
myself on the back, so I just said, nah, I won't do it.
Well, it's a wonderful day here as we partner with the Megan Meyer Foundation, a charity Iggy has worked with for a number of years. And today, the Lemmings Open, presented by Michelob Ultra, will take place at Normandy. Doug, you say balls in the air at 10:30.
Yeah, that's what I've always said.
And it will be a festive day as all of the participants will get Michelob Ultra throughout the course of the day. And in addition, Donut Drive-In will be here within the next couple of hours, providing delicious treats. A wonderful tradition on the south side. That's Donut Drive-In. Then you have Potbelly coming for lunch. And then, Doug, Uncle Leo's providing pizza after the golf. So friends of the feather can gather around the 18th green and watch Ken Strode attempt to hit 9 of 10 shots onto that green while enjoying Michelob Ultra and Uncle Leo's. What a day. And according to our data, 93% of the participants today are female.
Dressed.
That's correct.
That's kind of our demographic.
We are essentially the Y98 of HD2.
Yeah.
I think we have two playing. Well, one playing. I think one just driving.
Not the stone-faced girl, is it?
I don't think Anna's coming out, no.
Okay. She had such an icy demeanor.
What was the thing? You give her a tip and she give you a smile?
No, you didn't even get a smile. Apparently, just
Plowhawk, are you still carrying over the momentum from last night at Maggie O'Brien?
I got to say, just had a little session behind Normandy. Feeling great.
Not your first one, I would bet.
No, definitely
You
not.
probably have a spot, actually.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I brought my rocking chair, so I'm excited about today.
You'll be on the number 12.
I'll be on 12, yeah.
With the rocking chair with Mark Hanna of Evergreen Wealth Strategies.
I haven't seen much of the course. We just sat here down by the clubhouse. It looks like it's in great shape from what I can see.
For this time of year, absolutely.
Yeah.
One of the finest layouts in all of the St. Louis metropolitan area, Doug. One of the finest layouts.
One of the finest layouts.
It really is.
One of the oldest, too, right?
Yeah. It is a great golf course, and it's about to get some TLC over the next year or so. And this will be our final TMA golf event before they have the, what would you call it, Iggy?
Redesign, I guess.
Redesign. I think that's the exact right word.
So that happens, from what I hear, in November. Probably go through spring of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
But Jack's people will be out here just
Doug, you like that when we call him Jack?
Jack's people.
moving some dirt, knocking down some trees,
we're so
moving some
close with it.
bunkers,
Yeah, the Golden Barrel join us at 8.
moving some greens, and it'll be fabulous. But Tim, you're going to be on 5, correct?
No, I am excited to say that Director of Sales Keith Krause requested that I join his foursome, so I'll be playing with Hubbard Marty Link, and Barb Miskey of the sales team. And so, Doug, I will get to compete today in the Lemmings
Lucky.
Open. I'm kind of excited about it. I got to be honest with you. And I said to Keith, I want to play. Requested that I be pulled off of number 5 and join his foursome. And Doug, when the Director of Sales speaks, people listen.
Well, sure. And when it means you get to play 18 holes of golf, you go, okay.
Yes, exactly.
Well, Cletus isn't in
No, I'm
charge
going
of
to
the
be.
tournament.
I'm going to be on.
You're going to be on 16 ball. What are you, ball striking
I'd
there?
rather be on 16 than play, to be honest with you.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I kind of looking forward to playing because I haven't played the course since we probably did the thing with the drone a few
I haven't
months
played
ago.
Jesse just gave me a dozen Callaways that have our TMA logo on it.
Sweet.
These are going to be for Kate from the Megan Meyer Foundation. Called me. She goes, "Should we make drinks or something on our hole?" I said, "I think there's 9 holes that are making drinks."
Nice.
So I think we're fine. But what they're going to do when you get to, they're going to be on hole 10. They're going to have these big fuzzy dice, and everybody who rolls a 7 gets a raffle ticket. And after the tournament up in the pavilion, we'll pull a raffle ticket, and somebody's going to win limited edition, a dozen Callaways with the TMA logo.
Oh.
They're sick.
You can't find these.
They're
Yeah.
limited edition.
Yeah, this is a limited edition, Doug.
I don't even have any.
You can watch us from Normandy. It's up.
Oh, we're handsome.
It says Lemmings
Are we?
Open pre-party.
Oh, man.
It almost looks like a split screen, but instead that's a pole.
That's
that's
a
holding
pole.
up the building.
It does look like a split screen. It does really look like that because the background for me and Jackson is different. I have already begun my secret move to Jupiter, and I'm actually in Jupiter, and it's 80 degrees, but I'm dressed like it's cold out. So we are at Normandy, and you can watch youtube.com/TMSTL. It is the Lemmings Open pre-broadcast. Donut Drive-In will be here. Potbelly will be here. Uncle Leo's will be here. Great Ryan Kelly is going to join us at the dais.
That's nice.
Lisa Ann will join us via whatever what does she use?
So today, if the Comrex doesn't work because we're also on a Comrex unit, we'll just have her call in. Either way, we're going to have her.
Yeah, I guess she's probably in New York. So we'll talk it over with Lisa Ann coming up at 9 o'clock. Your two-part questions. You're welcome to text in for the Engineer Design Facilities. Text inbox 314-881-TMA5. Call in for the Steve Schmidt Kia of North County. Phone line 636-9004-TMA. And you can email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. And Iggy, when we talk Design Air, we oftentimes talk the forecast. What are you seeing today here? Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. I know it's going to be in the 80s tomorrow, so if that air conditioning has problems, Seth Goldcamp and his team will come out quick, fast, in a hurry when you click on Book Now on the designairservice.com website. Doug's a client. I'm a client. Why don't you become a client as well? The official HVAC provider of
Layer up.
Doug, layer up.
Well, it's not that bad, is it?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you're a walrus and you got many layers already built in. Wear shorts and a T-shirt, but yeah, I mean, it's going to be low 60s and a little bit of hawk coming out of the east.
Oh, the Hawks coming out of the east.
It's going to change a little bit this afternoon, so
wow.
that's why it's not going to get any warmer. You would think, oh, when the sun comes up, it's going to it's going to maybe rise maybe 8 degrees from now until.
Is that right?
So just it's going to be a glorious day, but just wear I would wear a zip up, quarter zip, pullover, sweater.
Really? All that?
Wow,
Well, one of them. There'll be people out here.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
There will be people out here you'll see come in shorts and a short sleeve shirt.
Because they don't realize that we had the autumnal equinox yesterday, and the Earth is tilted to the left, kind of like the concave side of my head.
What? Jesse Kielski is out here with
Summer
the
is
station. She's in a
over.
T-shirt.
Oh, hold on,
She
Jackson's singing.
Says, she
Sorry,
says this
I
is
didn't
perfect weather. She didn't need a jacket. She didn't need a sweater.
She's going to be working her butt off. The golfers just be sitting in carts. You need to move, but build up some body heat.
Yeah.
Now, I think yesterday, Tim, you're right. I think yesterday is the closest it's going to come to being 12 days of light and 12 days of darkness till about.
We're expecting 12 days
The days of awe.
I mean, 12,
Gosh,
I mean,
I'm
12
looking
hours.
forward to that.
12
What
hours.
are we living in the North Pole now?
12 hours.
12 days of dark?
That's correct. That is
12.
actually correct.
Damn.
That's up,
the
Fuzzy.
forecast.
Sounds like
Messed
a
up.
biblical plague is about to hit
No,
us.
from the closest we're going to be to 12 hours of light and 12 hours of darkness till I think 2380, something like that, when we will be 12 and 12.
Don't they call
Doug
it
will still
the,
be doing the show.
2380.
Yeah, we'll still be doing
Well, they call it the equinox because
Cardinals will
it's
have
equal.
18.
I won't be doing the
Yeah,
show in
but it's not
23.
totally equal. Optimal.
Nurse?
Optimal.
We're great.
Autumnal.
Autumnal.
Oh, I messed it up.
Autumnal.
But a complete equinox would be 12 and 12.
We kill astrology. Like, we put that thing to bed
Yeah.
every time we
And
talk
astronomy.
about
We
it.
kind of wrote the book on it.
There is so much blubber on these Walry that they can still show up in their cargo shorts and a Macy's brand polo. Doug, that's Mr. Licks leading things off this morning in the EDF text inbox.
Oh yeah, there's some people that'll be absolutely completely comfortable in 60-degree weather in a T-shirt, golf shirt. They will be, and others will be very cold, especially since it's the first day that's kind of cold. That always kind of surprises you a little bit.
Well, Licks would know.
When do the donuts come?
I would guess around 9.
Do
my
we get
guess.
cocoa?
I have
You'd
some
have to
coffee.
think of some hot cocoa.
I
let's
would like
see
some
what we got.
cream, if any, or just a coffee. If somebody's out there on their way out here,
We got a
Put it in
request
your order now.
yeah, we have coffee made. There's no cream.
I'll do a caramel
drink,
macchiato.
I can't drink black coffee, so
Eastern Hawk, potential soggy conditions and textbook Strodian nervousness reminiscent of Nikki Glazer are going to make that 40-yard challenge a real issue for Ken. That's from Carlos Spicy Wiener.
it's not going to be soggy.
I'm thinking about tucking my pants into my socks.
Oh, Bill.
I wish I would have
what
wore
does that
long
help?
socks.
I'm going to do it right now, though.
Why does that
See,
help?
there it is. He's helping right there. Tim, I'm watching on YouTube, and you look so sexy, like a celebrity hiding from the paparazzi with your hat and sunglasses on. Hi, Jackson. That's from Sean Mahoney's Dead Eye.
What's up, Sean?
Beer Cats active this morning. This is the same moron who said it wouldn't get to 97 degrees this week. Don't listen to him. That's from Beer Cats.
Was it 97 this week?
No, no, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Either way, it was
Sure
good.
was.
Good to see Beer Cats last night. Oh, that's why he didn't show up.
Man,
Daddy
this is-
Padre and Katie Cuck approached the dais
Yeah.
during the commercial break, and Doug and I had a chance to talk it over.
And Daddy Padre apparently has been cleared to come back on the station.
I am a big fan of Daddy
I don't
Padre.
remember that.
That's a horrifying statement for the future of Pepper and Genie. The
What's that?
Plowhawk just
No,
said,
I
I am
think-
a big fan of Daddy
Yeah, I
Padre.
like
I think
talking
they,
it
I
over
think
with
they
them.
had common ground was made.
Iggy, you had
Maybe
you
not.
bonded?
There was a
Oh, yeah.
handshake.
No, we hugged. I have nothing against Daddy Padre. It was when he comes in, he does that stuff on the air. I call him out. That doesn't mean when I see him, I'm going to trash him.
Doug, what a moment.
It was a good moment.
Yeah, I saw him after the show. You guys were conversing.
It's nice to have him
Yeah,
back.
I mean, just, if you say something stupid or you do something that I don't appreciate, I'll call you out. That doesn't mean I'm just going to ignore you. I mean, we had a great conversation. It's just like nothing happened.
Wow.
So other people
guys
I
are
won't do that
homeboys.
to. But
I mean, I was there for the moment in Creve Coeur at the Post when Joe denied the handshake hug. And I was also there when when Daddy Padre accepted the handshake hug from Iggy. So I've seen both sides of beef
well,
with Iggy in it.
I accepted his handshake. I didn't go to him and start hugging.
Okay. Well, however it happened,
Well,
it was nice
I'm
to
a better
see.
person than Joe. I don't hold grudges.
That's
I'm going to
true.
make sure my phone is right by me.
Turn it on.
Iggy likes his coffee like he likes his women delivered to him by someone else in North County. That's from Nate in Tallahassee. Doug, that's the home of Florida
No.
State.
I like my coffee with cream. The other one I didn't like.
Did the cart situation get sorted out, or are there ambulances stationed every 2 holes for when the Mountain Dew blooded Americans drop dead for having to walk a couple hundred yards? Doug, that's Allen. He's in Dadeville.
Sure is. Yeah.
Damn.
It was a disturbing post this morning, which Cletus, he answered the question himself. He doesn't know how to delete post. I saw on Facebook this morning, anybody have a truck with a hitch? My truck won't start, and I need to pick up some carts.
Oh, gosh.
And then he responded to himself, never mind, it started. Delete it. Just delete the tweet.
It's a
Doug, what's going on?
he tweeted.
I don't know.
What- the
I
Lansky
mean,
tweet
delete
say?
the post on Facebook, because people
Okay.
will see it and say, oh, he still needs a
Jackson's an admin. He can go in right now and do it.
Yeah, I could, but I kind of like that it's up there. I like it. People are updated. Like, I think it's actually not bad.
If you
that they
read
put
his
it.
comment, you got to go and read his comment. He commented himself on his own post.
Yeah,
Well,
do it yourself, big man.
That's just an update saying, forget that, I have it.
But if you
Look
don't
at
read
If
his
he
comment,
just
you see
deleted it, someone may have read it earlier and still be looking for that truck or the hitch. Or whatever he
Cletus
needed.
would kill it on Twitter, man.
Yeah.
His takes on the Facebook, if he just transitioned that to a Twitter page, oh,
So I think his truck started. So Cletus, God love him, I think is going to pick up some carts in Sullivan.
Yeah, I mean, huge
What a
development.
beast.
What a gentleman, Cletus, coming through. In honor of Lemmings Open, we have 2 specials going on, one for Sound Story, one for the TMA STL Shop, which has debuted a bunch of merchandise here over the last 2 weeks, I would say, Jackson.
Yeah.
Thank you to all of our people who've been designing the merchandise. If you have a design idea for TMA, go ahead and email it to me, tmckernan@insidestl.com. And Doug, if it's chosen by the great Mike Flanagan,
Yeah.
you just get $100, just like that.
That's nice.
For buying the rights to it. So 20% off today for the Lemmings Open at tmastlshop.com. Did you say 20% off? Doug, this is like
Seems
when
like a lot.
Brooks Dubman's dad would go out of town and he'd slash prices
Nate,
at Carroll House.
He'd go to Dallas to buy wholesale. I remember that. And he'd bring back nice things.
Yeah, and Brooke would just go slashing prices while his dad was.
Right.
Well, that's what
Come back,
happened.
what? You sold the whole warehouse.
Jackson's gone crazy.
Yep, Jackson's gone crazy at tmastlshop.com. So you like those dogs, hoodies, T-shirts, the Cardinal stuff, the Blues stuff, the TMA logo stuff, the hats, the club head covers. They're all there for you today. 20% off, no promo code needed, tmastlshop.com. And getting ahead of the holiday rush for Sound Story, might as well do it now, mysoundstory.com. It is the perfect gift. And today is a promo code needed at mysoundstory.com to get 20% off.
I don't believe so, but let me double and triple check that.
Dougie's in a % off. Have me, have Doug, have Jackson, have Learn from Casey. Interview your loved one at the Hubbard Radio Studios. MySoundStory.com, and their voice and their stories saved forever. We email you the audio link, and you have it forever. It's MySoundStory.com. That's 20% off today in honor of the Michelob Ultra Lemmings Open here from Normandy Golf Club. It is officially 20% off, and no promo code is needed.
On the sound story, promo code TMA.
Oh, Doug, the promo code is TMA.
Oh, that's a good
You
promo
get the
code.
contest at the Maggie O'Brien's festivities last night. The great Clayton Patterson,
Sure.
Peter Mungenass.
They were both there.
Yeah, hanging out.
Yeah.
You know him from hearing about him here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After and on Balloon Party. Mungenass sponsor the 7 o'clock hour and TMA and the Tim McKernan Show podcast online at stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com. St. Louis Acura, go ahead and get your car serviced there or repaired there even if you didn't get it from there. That's Mungenass, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. Worked with the great Jamie Burkhardt, Clayton Patterson, and Peter Mungenass. It's where I get my cars, or it's my getting Toyota online at stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com. And they're wonderful people, Doug. We were both talking it over with them last night, post-game.
Yeah, post-game. They're some of my favorite people in town.
Yeah, big fan.
Yeah, they're the kind of guys that once you take your car there to get it fixed or to buy a new car, that's the place you're going to go all the time.
That's
You're going to
right,
go,
right.
oh wow, I found my spot.
Why would I go anywhere else?
Yeah, well you shouldn't,
There you
and
go.
you probably wouldn't.
Mungenass, St. Louis Acura, Alton Toyota, official automotive provider of TMA and the Tim McKernan Show. Send your texts in, engineer design facilities, text inbox 314-881-TMA5, and you're welcome to call in as well. 636-9004-TMA. Steve Schmidt, Kia, North County phone lines, and email in. Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. People are not happy that Iggy is smoking because they're watching on
Are you
YouTube.
smoking on the air here?
Iggy is smoking darts on camera. How do I explain this to my children? That's from Manupal. Eligible. First dart 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
Doug, enjoy your secondhand smoke for breakfast.
I
That's
smell
from
it
Dewey
now.
Oxberger. Is that Hoosier ripping a dart already? That's
Yeah.
from the 314. And who the F made the wrinkled beggar, the Facebook police, leave Cletus alone? That's from Starfish Street.
Great text.
Are you going to smoke for this whole show, Iggy? He's not bothering. He's not paying attention anymore.
I was talking to Mikey. I didn't think you could smell it considering I'm behind the door and the wind's going that
Oh,
way.
I
but
think
go
everybody.
ahead.
I think
You're
everybody
just
got a
bitching
whiff
and
of
be
that.
bitching because a texter said something.
Well, I didn't want to say anything.
Ornery.
Now that it's out there.
All right, I'll put it out.
Darn this guy.
Mr. Licks just reported Cletus's post on the fan page to admin, so Jackson. So.
All right. I guess I have to delete it now. Lex doesn't like it.
You can text in 314-881-TMA5. It is the Engineer Design Facilities text inbox. Get involved and be a friend of the Feather. We are broadcasting live from Normandy, Michelob Ultra Lemmings Open. Ryan Kelly will join us at 8:30. Lisa Ann at 9 o'clock. Your emails at 9:45. And then, Doug, balls in the air.
Balls in the air
At 10:30.
10:30-ish.
Iggy, what do you think the winning score will be today in these challenging conditions with this wind out of the east?
Well, it was about, 90 for the Dotem?
Nurse?
What's that have to do
Well,
with this?
it has a lot to do with it. The wind and the weather and the cold. The ball's not going to go very far in this coldness. And Cletus'
not
team
that
won
cold.
both. Cletus' team won both days. And I think it was 12 under and 14 under. So
Is that right?
I'm going to say today 11 under.
11 under is the target, Doug.
Okay.
Which holes are you kind of looking at as your birdie holes today?
I'm not looking at any of them.
Where are you going
I
to be,
don't know.
Doug?
Probably where it was last time for the
Oh, up
Dotem. They're
with,
between 5 and 12, is it?
Up
Yeah.
with Lousy.
Hit a few shots there.
Talk it over.
Entertain the ladies.
Well, there's going to be quite a few bucks and brunettes in that area, from what I've heard. So yeah, we'll do some entertaining.
Guys, is Plowsy okay? He looks like the human equivalent of Pillow Drool right now. That's from Nate, and he's in Tallahassee. Where's the Plow?
I'm right here. I
Yeah,
was
he's-
talking to Mike D for a sec, but yeah, I'm just waiting on the donuts.
He's
We're doing a show here.
Needs that infusion. Well, by this time, he's probably 2 donuts deep if we're in the studio.
That is true. Yeah, you probably have a deficit of some kind right
Correct.
now.
Yeah, I got to the studio early this morning and set everything up for my boy Grant, who's killing it already. But yeah, I
Girl,
just
you be
wanted
killing
to.
them.
This
You
Grant,
be
he's
killing
killing
them.
it.
He's a good
Girl,
dude.
You be killing them. You be killing
You know who
them.
else is killing it? It's Ryan Kelly.
He's a
Oh,
man.
And he
boy,
kills it with
oh,
mortgages.
boy.
That's what he does. His new
Oh,
thing is
boy,
the house
oh,
is the
boy.
spouse. You just date the rate.
Right.
In other words, even though interest rates are higher now than they have been, you're just dating. You're not married to it. And if rates go down, you can refinance again and get that lower rate. And he's guaranteed you can lock in a rate now. And if rates go up later, you'll pay that rate that you locked in right now.
Perfect.
If rates should go down, you can get that lower rate. So it just makes sense. If you're in the market to buy a house or you're going to refi sometime soon, lock in that rate right now. Now is the perfect time to get some cash out. Refis will go back up soon, so act before they do. The average cash out refi right now with the Home Loan Expert, $54,000. The Home Loan Expert can structure your loan to miss out on a few months of payments. Find the financial freedom you want with $54,000 from cash out refi and no payments for a couple of months. And with that $54,000, if that's how much you want, you can get however much you want. But if that's what you want, imagine you could pay off all those credit cards and not pay the, 19-20% credit card rate? You don't need that. The Home Loan Expert has rates over at HomeLoanExpert.com. Thank you, Ryan Kelly. Thank you, Sir Mortgage.
Best in the business, the HomeLoanExpert.com. Guys, how does Cletus, a supposed 17 handicap, wind up winning all these events? Thanks. That's from the Birthday Hawk.
He's got Iggy.
His son is darn near scratch, right?
He is
Is he scratch? Doug, you want me to pull up his index for you?
Oh, well, that's what I've heard.
Pull up Wardell
I've seen him
Curry's
play,
one,
and he looks like he's going to par every hole.
And Cletus is great at the short game. So
Boy, he can get up and down from anywhere.
And I think it can't be underestimated. Course knowledge is a big part of those numbers.
Course knowledge helps. That's
Yeah.
a big part of those numbers.
Cletus plays out here
He
all
plays.
the time.
Yeah.
So
Doug, he knows the nooks, he knows the crannies.
Crannies, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got moxie and significant amounts of guile.
yeah, he's the favorite to win today.
Oh, he's
Is
a
he?
plus 0.1.
Oh my God.
Plus 0.1.
He must play every day, right?
well, him and Cletus play almost every day. Yes.
Well, that'd be quite a life.
Well,
Cletus
I mean,
is an 11.9.
What do they do when the weather turns foul?
They
Play.
play.
They still play.
Yeah, he does play in
Cletus
that
plays in the
stuff.
snow. He doesn't care.
Oh.
Plowsy is Grant Cute. Thanks. That's from Tracy Woodson.
He's a cute guy.
Who is this Grant? He sounds tall.
Well, he's an employee, so I'm not going to get too into details on his stats.
All right.
But
When we were at KFNS, Lucas was borderline touched by every listener.
yeah, that didn't start. That started off like the Gangster Pete era. Like he immediately was like, "What did I just get myself into?"
Yeah.
Well, he didn't stay long.
No, usually the good ones don't.
Could you pull up that D-bag Jay Monahan's index? That's from Mr. Licks. Doug, that's the PGA Tour commissioner.
Okay.
The one thing me
Why
and
are we
Mr.
upset
Licks
with him?
agree on: Monahan's a douche.
Well, he doesn't have to be a good golfer to run a golf tour.
Tim, last night I had a dream that you were disappointed in my fatness. I'm currently on a 3-mile jog because the last thing I want to do in this world is disappoint you both consciously and subconsciously. Doug, that's
Oh.
from Baby Milo.
Okay. He doesn't want to disappoint you?
Baby Milo. If you're getting up and down, you're not winning any scrambles. That's from Tervis Parrish. He sounds skeptical of Cletus's.
Well, if you have
Well, I
par
don't know
fours
that.
that you have Guy driving it, 20 yards short of the green, and Cletus can get up and down, that would be a birdie. So you're 20 yards short, and Cletus knocks it up there 4 feet, you made a birdie. If you have a par 5 where you're a little bit short of the green at 2, and Cletus knocks it up there close, you get a birdie. So, anything else?
Golf.
Boy, you shut him down.
Is that a drop?
Oh,
Yeah, it came in a little quiet.
yeah,
Hold it.
Doug
was
Jackson's
that Grant's
working-
fault?
No, that's on
No.
me.
You don't know match play like Tim.
There it is.
Okay, thank you.
Let's see. Hey, guys, are we going to talk about the torrid love affair Jackson seems to be having with Herb? That's from Andy in St. Peter's last night at TMA Live at Maggie O'Brien's in Sunset Hills. A new Listener of the Year candidate emerged, Doug, and he goes by the name of Herb.
He kind of came out of the weeds and stole the show.
He won the chicken wing eating contest, stunning Biff's horse, his brother, Hugo Drax, and Carlos Spicy Wiener, a rather reluctant participant. And really, he'd only been listening for about a year and a half, and knew a lot of the trivia on TMA. So this Herb is a guy who might challenge the Loomster for the 2022 TMA Listener of the Year. The Listener Awards ceremony, of course, taking place at Powell Symphony Hall.
He seemed to catch Plowsy's eye with his tight T-shirts. And shorts
Hog,
and
all right?
things.
His hog.
I
He
don't
said he
know
was
about
Randy.
that. I
Yeah.
don't know about that.
Plowsy
Plowboy
did
said he
say-
was Randy.
Yeah.
When you wear, like I said, 3-toned brown striped shirt, your confidence level is through the roof.
100%.
Probably
yeah.
so.
Herb brought it strong last night.
He did. He was a player.
And not to get personal, but he did have a couple of girls with him last night. Wasn't that Herb? That,
Herb
Oh,
has
yeah.
Herb,
Yeah,
those they were friends of me.
He's
oh, they're friends of yours.
Doug, you're
Friends of
friends of
me.
me.
Friends of me.
They were
Wow.
friends of me.
Oh, I thought maybe
Yeah.
Herb brought him, and you
No,
kinda,
Herb knows them,
what kind
so
of
he
a
was.
sentence was that?
Those
They
were friends of
friends
me.
of me.
They were friends of me. He was just hanging out.
Okay.
Herb has a girlfriend who is not in St. Louis, but Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That was not the
She's not going to be happy to hear that.
now I'm exposing her.
Boy,
Was that with the ladies last night?
We've all been on the Army base before.
Yeah. So, yeah, her brought super strong. I was really surprised by his wing eating.
That was
ability.
impressive.
Yeah.
He just ripped him
he
out.
could do like 10 more if he had
Oh,
to.
he could have easily. If you give him a 25, 30-minute clock, he probably could have half that 10.
Now he ate 10 to win the
Max
Just
or-
constant. It was a constant for an hour.
He seemed to have a good plan. Sure, I'll enter the fast food eating contest, and then takes his time during the contest, and then takes all the food back to his table and just eats at his leisure.
Doug's Glue Guzzler not happy he is not being considered for Listener of the Year. Well, we haven't announced the nominations. He says, I share numerous tales of MFFs and get no recognition for Listener of the Year. That's from Doug's Glue Guzzler.
No recognition for you.
Iggy, who would you say, in your opinion, at this moment, we haven't had our board meeting on Listener of the Year candidates, who would you put if your final four right now?
Listener of the Year.
Listener of the Year.
D'Angelo Hopkins, just because of his TikToks.
Yeah, I think that's a nice play right there.
Kevin Miller, because he's doing something that has never been done before by him, is actually winning emails of the day.
Comeback player.
Yeah,
of the year.
maybe comeback player of the year
Yes,
there.
I don't even think he ever won an email of the day. He's getting close to winning email of the month. That's all I can think of.
Nice.
There's not many listeners.
So
that
you
really-
won't enter the Loomster? I mean, he finished second in the Fan Page Club Championship. He won the Lisa Ann date.
Yeah, that's true. It's been a big year for his wife, not him. He's basically his wife took care of the Lisa Ann, not him.
That's kind of been the position of Pepper and Jeannie throughout the course of 2022.
And the Fan Page Club Championship, I think he fought his way through 3 forfeits
Very critical.
to get there. So, I don't know. I really don't pay attention to the listeners.
Flip that off.
I'd say Clayton Patterson, who has provided us with cars and is at every live event we go to.
Well, yeah,
Took
if
us out for
if
lunch.
sponsors are involved,
Listen.
allowed to be listeners, then yes.
You know,
I've never been so disappointed in you, Iggy. That's from Doug's Glue Guzzler.
Well, you give me the password that you keep
Oh,
promising.
to his
me.
wife's OnlyFans.
Yeah, that I may
that's what
push
you're
in there.
looking for?
Yeah.
Sounds like this Listener of the Year could be bought.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. You want to Venmo
absolutely.
me? You got my
For
vote.
sure with me, yeah.
Yeah, as long as the price is right.
I don't need any recognition, Doug. Hearing Mr. Tim say my name on the radio is reward enough for me. Tee-hee, mazel, Mr. McKernan, and mazel, Jim Hayes Enterprises.
stop it.
That's from show ombudsman Brian Henshin. He'll be covering the Colts this weekend. Doug, they're only getting like 5.5 points against the Chiefs. A lot of public money coming in on the Chiefs. A lot of public money on the Steelers last night, and we saw how that turned out.
I doubt he has a credential to cover the Colts.
Yeah, he's covering Hoosier volleyball.
Yeah, I
Who
think
sure-
Too good the first 2 games.
No, they have not.
Doug's Glue Guzzler's a try-hard on the level with the seminary student. Listener of the Year, might as well make it a ritual sacrifice of the year. Bleach this dweeb. That's from Sister Catherine Patricia. God almighty.
You're not in the running.
Sister Catherine Patricia's not.
No. She should be dead. She's got to be 180.
Well,
I may throw Henshin in
You're
there.
a gentleman who enjoys a dry rub once in a while.
hello.
Oh, nice. Jeff Agway. Damn.
As someone who was beaten by the Loomster in the Fan Page Club Championship, I have to come to his defense against Iggy. I am pretty sure he did not have any forfeits on his way to the finals. Doug, that's Andy, and he's in St. Peter's at the moment.
Okay.
When did Loomster beat me?
And
I don't
when
think
you,
I played the Loomster.
I thought he gave
play
you a
the
good
Loomster?
beating.
I don't
I think the
played him.
criticism of you, a criticism of the Loomster, saying he got forfeits into the final.
But at the beginning of it, I said,
porn
this-
the entire dating game.
Andy in St. Peter's said he was beaten by the Loomster.
oh, well,
Mazel tov.
that's one match.
Nonetheless.
I mean,
That's
the
one
dude,
match. I didn't say he got his forfeits at every match.
dude cucked his way to the top. I don't know if that's Listener of the Year.
God, I wish I could tell this segment.
Simp of the Year.
Cucked his way to the top.
He's bringing me some bobbleheads for Gobble Bowl, so I'll put Loomster in there.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Isn't the fan page full of listeners where Iggy wastes an inordinate amount of time of his life? That's from the Birthday Hawk.
You know that is such a misnomer.
Okay, get upset.
It really is that I spend so much time in there. I comment on a couple, and I see a couple of really stupid ones, and I comment on that, and they think I'm on the fan page all day. I'm not.
The most important thing is you don't care.
If
about
you
it.
make an if you make an ass of yourself on there, and then I may say something. I may be on there 3-4 times a day just browsing.
browsing. What are you looking for?
Well, for a day looking on the fan
No,
page.
There's usually some good takes, rational takes.
Really?
No.
I'm not going to nominate myself for Listener of the Year, Doug. That comes from Mr. Licks.
Yeah, well.
I don't know.
He's got, it's kind of like Time Magazine's Person of the Year. Like he's a polarizing figure.
Boy, is he ever.
But he's like
he
a
is
lightning
beloved, and he is hated with intensity we haven't seen for a caller in a long, long time.
You
Yeah,
think people love him?
Well, there are some people who do love Mr.
Absolutely,
Licks.
yeah, there are.
Me
But
and
I'm-
Plowsy figured out last night. We have an idea that the reason Mr. Licks will never show up at events, he'll never introduce himself, because he really is a poor.
He's a poor.
Yeah, I think he's a poor. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm a poor.
No, but just admit it. Don't come across like you're some elitist and everybody else is below you, because if you show yourself, you probably are going to be wearing an outfit that probably costs you like $6, driving a car that's falling apart like my hoopty used to be.
Hoopty.
So we think you're poor.
Are you a poor?
I'm on middle ground.
Middle class.
I'm joining Belle Reve anytime soon.
But don't you think if Mr. Licks were to come to an event, even if he was a poor, he would dress in his best outfit and rent a car or something to
Rent a car.
keep the facade up?
If you're a poor, you can't do that. You don't have the money.
Well,
to
if you're like dead broke, you couldn't. But if you got like $200 to scrape together,
Are we
you could do
talking
that.
homeless?
Yeah, I mean, if you're homeless, yeah, you can't do that. But if you you could do that if you have some money.
Yes, Dodie, I'm freezing.
Iggy just wasn't paying attention to what I was saying.
No, he probably could, but I just think he doesn't want to have to do that. If he shows up once, then he may show up a couple other times. He's not going to have the money to rent cars and go out and buy nice clothes for one event if he comes to all of them. So he's just hiding himself, pretending to be somebody else. And he's probably the other guy, too. He's probably the Warson Wood wacko, too, having arguments with himself.
Mr. Licks just sent in a picture into the Engineer Design Facilities text inbox. Doug, there he is.
He's at a yacht club.
in front of some yachts, and he's wearing a lovely coat and tie.
Suit of clothes.
Suit of clothes, I think, as you would call it. And he says, "Do I look like a poor to you?"
Yeah, well, do we know that's you?
I think if he sent it in, it has to be him, right? Just like the listeners sending in their wives and girlfriends.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like he's on in Cape Cod, maybe.
It's a good Windsor knot on that tie.
I'm a big Mr. Licks guy here. That's from Breakfast Gyms. Flip Wilson says, the girl who emptied her belly of Pasta Plus into the slop sink has made more content than anyone else. I nominate her and her husband. That's from Flip Wilson.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Did that happen this year? That was this calendar year?
That was
No.
2021.
2021.
Last summer.
Well, but she's just now kind of basking in the glory of it all.
No, she,
I think
trying to
she's
bask in it
a
for a year and a
candidate.
half.
She's a candidate.
Turvis Parrish says Mr. Licks is absolutely a poor. He's too intelligent to have money. Just listen to him speak. Turvis Parrish.
Well, if he's not a poor, he may have tax problems. And if he does have those tax problems, the guy he would call would be,
yeah.
of course, Mike
Mike Martz.
Who the hell is
Mike
it?
Martz
Mark
is
Miller.
branching
Yeah,
out.
Mike
I know.
March, yeah. He'll
I know
take
I've
care of
met
it.
the guy about
He has a
100
branch.
times. Well, he's got a lot of people that work with him. So I guess maybe he has a branch. There's more than one office there in his building, so maybe he does have a branch.
I think you're thinking of Mark Milton, probably.
Mark Milton's the guy who I'm thinking about. And you probably heard by now the IRS is receiving an additional $80 billion in funding to increase enforcement and audits of taxpayers. If that news worries you, contact former Department of Justice Tax Division Attorney Mark Milton at stltaxlawyer.com. If you have unfiled tax returns, now is the time to act. Mark and his team focus on tax debt resolution and can help with years of unfiled tax returns, defense against audits, and even criminal tax investigations. So clean up your tax issues and get yourself back into compliance before all those new IRS agents are hired and enforcement ramps up in a big way. If you have IRS problems, contact the STL tax lawyer, Mark Milton, at stltaxlawyer.com. You'll be saying to the IRS, hey, I'm not guilty, I'm with Milty. And remember, the choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on adverts.
There it is, Mark Milton. Lemmings Open and our studios. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs. It's Michelob Ultra, and all the participants in today's sold-out Lemmings Open will receive Michelob Ultra throughout the course of the day, in addition to Donut Drive-In, Potbelly, and Uncle Leo's. It's going to be a feast as the listeners try to fire. Iggy says 11 under will be the winning score today, Doug, so that's got to be your target.
Yeah.
You know, let's get a par on 18. That goes without saying. So now we got a birdie 11 out of 17 golf holes. The par fives, I think, if you're playing it backwards, I see you kind of going through your mental Rolodex there. 17, you got to get that birdie. That's Eagles Live.
Oh, is it?
Eagles Live
Eagles
on
Live.
that.
Okay.
Easy birdies on 6, 8, 13.
Okay, so now we're halfway home now. I mean, we're starting to get
One,
there.
the tees are going to be up, so if you're a decent
Should
player,
birdie
the
that.
drives will be at the bottom of the hill.
Should birdie that. All right, Doug, I'm starting to see this thing.
Yeah.
I'm
You
cold.
see yourself at what, 15, 16? Come on, it's not that cold.
Brand
It
new
isn't.
T-shirt and hoodie just posted by Jackson on the TMA fan page and on Instagram and Twitter as well.
Yes, sir.
It is the Blues red, yellow, and blue jerseys, but with the TMA logo, hoodie and T-shirt, and everything is 20% off today in honor of the Lemmings Open at TMASTLshop.com. Doug, did you like those jerseys? That's what Wayne Gretzky wore, number
Yes.
99.
Sick.
It looks great on a T-shirt. It didn't look that great on a hockey jersey.
And it looks really good on a hoodie.
Looked
Plow, if
very
you're wearing a
good on that.
TMA hoodie.
I got to represent the team. I wore a Mound City last night.
You did.
Yeah, you were Mound City
We're
last night.
going wild
In the
Mound
Mound
City.
City.
Doug, will they be going wild in the Mound City 2 weeks from today when the Philadelphia Phillies roll into town for a best-of-3 for the right to advance to the NLDS?
Oh, I'm sure they will be. Yeah, fans will be going nuts. Cardinals looked a lot better yesterday. Hit the ball a little bit. Got a couple of what I call long balls.
What about
Tim.
Bengals?
I didn't watch the Bengals.
Yeah, I guess Brendan Donovan, they call it a South Alabama slammer. is
Yeah.
what they call
Oh, do
it.
they?
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, I don't mind it. Is that where he played? South Alabama?
I guess. I don't know. I didn't really look it up. I just kind of went with it.
Well, who's calling it that?
It was either Barstool or
I
it was
think I
St.
s-
Louis Cardinals were the ones that tweeted it.
Yeah, on Instagram they were saying that.
Yeah.
South Alabama Slammer.
He's from Germany. He was born in Germany.
Well, his dad was probably in the military.
Raised in Enterprise, Alabama. He
Nice.
played college baseball at the University of South Alabama.
That's
Oh, yeah.
perfect then.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
It's amazing that the guys we kept hearing about coming up through the minors. Oh, wait till Dylan Carlson gets here. He's going to be a star. And
Nolan Gorman.
and
gotta
Nolan
wait,
Gorman's
yeah.
the same way.
Wait
Or
for him.
Liberatore is going to be the ace. And then it's a guy that we'd never heard his name until he's on the Major League roster, and he's a candidate for Rookie of the Year.
Man, I hope Jordan Walker make the team next year.
Oh, yeah, I do too. I wasn't really talking about him. I was
I'm
talking
just
about
saying,
Brendan
you're talking
Donovan.
about prospect.
Yeah.
Brendan Donovan will play every day next year too.
Well, I
potentially.
hope. But again, it's one thing to do well against minor league pitching. They all do, or they don't ever get up to the major leagues. It's another, to thrive once you get here. You just never know.
The B-Fib check-in.
What up, Strauss?
You just don't know until you see him. I mean, I think we all thought Gorman was ready to have a huge season. And once the pitchers figured him out, he couldn't hit anything.
Memphis.
Yeah. But, of course, he's still very young. He's got a couple of years before he hits his prime years. So there's still
By the
hope that
way,
he'll
the
be a
Cardinals
30
are
home run
coming
guy.
for large belong.
Yes,
There it
Yes, they are.
is. With the win, the magic number drops 2 with the Brewers winning last night. 5, Doug. 5 away. Will the Cardinals clinch it in St. Louis?
Oh, well, maybe. Maybe.
Well, the fans deserve it, so hopefully they do.
These
I would
fans,
say
yeah.
they're going to clinch it on the road, and it might be an awkward situation because they could be clinching it against the team they could play in the NL Wild Card Series, the Milwaukee Brewers. 3 in Los Angeles. Haney, Kershaw, Anderson lining up for the Dodgers, and then off to Milwaukee for 2 before heading back to St. Louis for 3 against the Pirates, and then off to Pittsburgh for a home-at-home final 6 against Pittsburgh. How do you do?
Well, I bet if they get to where they might do it in Milwaukee, I bet there'll be a lot of Cardinal fans up there because we have the best fans in baseball.
I agree with
Tim.
that.
There'll
I
be
agree.
thousands of Cardinal fans up there, and they may even make the trip to Pittsburgh. Some of
Popping
them.
champagne.
Yeah.
And they have all that money because the players give them their money.
Right.
That's
Players
correct.
don't
Yeah.
neither
don't
want
need
nor
it.
need it.
The
Yeah.
further they go in the playoffs, the more money they forfeit.
Yeah, Wainwright, right when he signs a contract, he disperses it to all the season ticket holders.
Yeah.
He has one of his
Yeah.
buddies stand outside every gate and just $100 bills. for
Free helmet
every
nacho
fan.
voucher.
You would think they were giving away $100 bills the way they line up for the bobbleheads.
Well, they were. They're $140.
They got those
I
Yachty
guess.
ones next week. I bet it's going to be the same
Oh,
Oh,
thing.
it'll be the same because everybody wants the collection. You
Yeah.
know, you want to have all of them.
Iggs, you going to be there?
You got to.
I'll probably have to get a credential for the last game of the season, yeah.
Does the Molina bobblehead fit in with the Pujols? Because I know they're kind of like a jigsaw puzzle on the bottom of it.
Oh,
I
is that
don't know
right?
about
Oh,
yeah, I think there's
Bill.
3 of them that go
Bill,
together.
Bill, Bill,
Wayno,
Bill.
Albert, and
Yeah.
Yachty.
So it's like a human centipede, right? Like,
I
a
don't know.
wild
That's a
way to say
human
The
something.
hawk is up out of the north. The hawk is
This
just
is-
kicked up
Yes.
out of the north.
Ooh, baby.
I think it brings Birdie into play on 18 for about an eighth of the pairings. But Doug, the hawk kicks up out of the north right there, and that brings an extra chill. Both Pepper and Jeannie have turned away from the north.
Yes,
if you're
they have.
watching at youtube.com/TMASTL.
I don't want that wind at my back on 18.
It could cause a ball to trundle off the backside and cost you $250.
I don't know that it's blowing that hard.
Man, so 12, I'm going to be a left or right? That'll be.
how,
might be a
how
little
far is this
tough.
18th hole? This is the par 3, the
Yep.
long par 3?
230.
230
With
on
that
on a
pin
par
position
3?
today, I'm going to say, Doug, it's about 229 and a half.
So what club do you hit there? You hit a 3?
Driver.
Five wood.
Well,
Run
with
it
a
up.
hawk behind you, I mean, that's something you got to factor in. And is it worth it to leave it just a little short to have Thomas and Jordan Spieth yesterday in the President's Cup? Let's pull up video of number 15. Normally
for
number
heaven's
18
sakes.
at Quail Hollow. And you saw them pull their tee shot. Very lucky. Its putt blew past the golf hole. And Justin Thomas rolls it back up from about 24
I
feet.
just asked how
for-
long the hole was. That's all.
Ooh, I'll tell you.
Iggy, if your miss is fat, wouldn't the wind behind you be to your advantage?
No, if I hit it fat, the wind's going to do nothing to the ball.
Like a little fat is what I'm saying. Like not like dead chunk where you dig a hole. That won't help.
No,
but-
I think I'll pure all of them.
All right.
Oh, man.
I
That's
don't
I'd
think you
rather,
can cure all.
I'd rather
That's
have the
even-
wind in my face so I can kind of knock it down a little bit.
Yeah, saw it off.
And you're
Yeah.
going 58 every time.
Depends where the flag is.
Flag's up front. We can see
It's
it.
not
I
going
don't-
to move
I
by the
don't-
time you play.
It's a
I hope
mobile
it
flag.
does.
Yeah, you think not?
Yeah, maybe.
But you don't have to get to the flag, right? You're just shooting for
Just
the
get
middle
on
of
the
the green.
green.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just aiming for the middle of the green. So if it's, 40 to the pin, but, if I got 60 to the middle of the green, then I may hit the 54.
Little lower trage. Doug, you like lower trage? And
I
then you
don't-
can
I don't
just
mind 'em.
sauce it back and let it trundle?
And I may
those grooves
bring
on it.
I may bring a 9 out there too, and just see if I can't just maybe a little hit and pitch and run, because that's
I wouldn't do that.
that's nice fairway there. It's
But
not
you get a
gonna-
bad bounce, and it might.
Well,
get something you
that's
don't
pretty
deserve.
lush. That 18th fairway is
It
pretty
is
lush.
lush. I might go out there during the commercial break and just put myself to the test and see how
Yeah,
it
maybe
goes.
It's
I
a
will-
5-minute
maybe I will
break.
too.
Get some work in?
Can we get a 10-minute break?
Well,
How long is the break?
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
All right.
Grant screenshot of me the next break.
No, we got time.
so.
Nice. Sweet.
Shout out to Grant.
Shout out to Grant. Jackson, could you tell the people about the Wolf Pack?
Be more than happy to, Tim. You've probably been hearing a lot about these rising interest rates, shift in the market. But if you're looking to buy or sell a house, I'd like to talk to you about Trish Wolf and the Wolf Pack. The Wolf Pack is a top producing realty group servicing the entire St. Louis metro area, buyers or sellers' perspective. Is it a good time to buy? Did I miss out on the seller's market from the past few years? Well, they have all the answers and more for you over at the Wolf Pack, powered by Worth Clark Realty. You give them a call at 314-807-WOLF, and Trish, who you heard on our show on Tuesday, will pick up the phone herself. That's exactly what you want. She's going to get right down to business. They have knowledgeable agents with excellent strategies, and they're ready to work for you. If you don't believe me, I got some stats for you.
What do you have?
The Wolf Pack is consistently top 5% nationwide on Zillow. And if you're selling your house, the Wolf Pack told me that on average, they'll sell your home at over the list price. They're just going to sell it over the list price. You can't ask for much more. So whether you're buying or selling your house, the only realty group you need is the Wolf Pack. They'll save you money on the buy side, and they'll make you money on the sell side. It's just that simple. Call them at 314-807-WOLF or visit their website. That's trishwolf.com.
Doug, I like the buy side.
You're a little curious.
Yeah, you are naughty.
Thank you. Does Iggy get to put the ball on the ground himself and kind of cherry pick and just toss it on the ground? That's from Steve in Wildwood. I guess he's looking to place bets
Pretty much
at the
roll it
TMA
wherever-
Sportsbook.
Pretty much roll it wherever I want.
Yeah, I think you can kind of massage it up, like how you would on a driving range.
Quit mentioning the flag. It has no bearing on the contest. That's
That's where you're measuring the 40 yards from.
It's
right?
kind of hard to laser the middle of the green, right? Like, you kind of need something protruding from the earth.
oh.
Well, you just take the flag and hold in the middle of the green.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just the word protruding made you excited? That's how curious you are.
And Steve, how would it not matter? Say the pin is all the way in the back, and it's 90 paces to the back of the green, which is 30 yards. Which means if it's all the way in the back, you pace off 40 yards. I basically have a 10-yard chip to the fringe. So you tell me if it's not different.
Steve, the action's back on
Wildly
you.
entertaining stuff, guys.
And who sent that in?
Call in the Steve Schmidt Key of North County phone lines.
I'm just looking at a picture that Tim got sent in.
That's Dillion's gut.
That post-pot pie.
Yeah. That's from Glove Blogger Tom Traven a couple days ago. Hey, boys, just tuned in. Where's the pin on 18 today? That's from Bobby Tejas. He is the one who has wagered along with Ilsida and Michael Wellington. And, Doug, it appears to be a front pin position. Here at Normandy, do they do the red, white, and blue thing? Red pins up front, middle pin, probably black and white or white, and then back pins blue. That looks to be a red and white pin, front pin location. Iggy, is that correct?
With the pins.
Wow.
He starts at 1 and works his way toward 18, so maybe he's not done yet. I don't know.
Oh, that pin could move, Doug.
Well,
But right
sure
now,
it
you
could.
feel like the competition's been made easier by a front pin location.
No, I think it's been made harder.
It would be
Doug says
harder.
it's easier.
Harder because he'd have to shoot from farther back.
Yeah, I would have much more. I've had 40 yards to chunk it. I'd have to hit it at least 40 yards. If it's in the back, I don't have to hit it 40 yards.
Yeah, I don't understand golf, says the 30 handicap. That's from Wedding Tackle.
Well, I'm just telling you, it's math. Do the math.
Clip that off.
How is this
It's
math?
math.
If the pin is
You know how many
right,
bowl games there are?
If
I
the-
mean, it is amazing how many there are now. 1, 2,
Oh,
3,
no.
4,
You count to 40?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
it's
11,
36.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
was gonna let
18,
fly.
19, 20, 21,
that's me pacing.
22, 23, 24,
Guy makes $2 million a
25,
year.
26, 27, 28, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41.
All right, no, we're only
Count the
going
two
40.
playoffs.
Move it back a yard. We're only going 40. Thanks for pacing it off for me, Mike. But so yes, if it's right in the front, I have to hit to get it on the front of the green. I have to hit a 40-yard shot. If the pin is in the back, I have to hit a 10-yard shot to get to the fringe. That's all it is. So do the math.
That first shot is gonna
Oh,
really
gosh.
be.
What a huge moment for the players.
It
What
better
a
warm
huge
up, though, because my hands are frostbitten. I won't even be able to hold a
You're
club.
not frostbitten.
Yeah, my hands are
degrees.
white.
Doug, this was written in caps. Why the F does the pin matter? It's to hit the green, you dumbass. That's
Oh
from
my
the
God,
314.
I
Do
can't
that.
explain it any easier than
He
I
just
just
not
did.
doing the math.
I can't explain it any easier than I just did.
They just don't know match play.
Distance won't be his issue. Left and right will be. That is not a wide green. That's from the Holly Hills
Oh,
Hustler.
no.
It's not narrow by any
It's a
means.
big enough. It's a big green.
Doug, there's a postage stamp out here. Is that number 13? That
I don't
postage
know.
stamp.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe we need to get a picture of the green and put that.
Yeah,
on
we'll
the
lay it out.
fan
We'll
page
go
so
through
people
it
can see it.
with the players on Facebook, Instagram, and the Twitter tweets. We will tend to that here as we close out the Munganess St. Louis Acura Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour live from Normandy. Today is the day for the Michelob Ultra presentation of the Lemmings Open as we partner with the Megan Meyer Foundation. Donut Drive-In will be here shortly. Potbelly will be here for lunch. Uncle Leo's for the post-golf festivities. Michelob Ultra throughout the day. Thank you to all the participants who sold this event out and all of our sponsors who have made it possible for us to have our second tournament here at Normandy this year. We are broadcasting live from just outside of Normandy. We're going to go out to number 18 and shoot a video and take the players through it and just see how this hole is playing right now, Doug. And we'll post that on our social media, so check it out.
All right.
And come on in. The water is warm. Lisa Ann joining us in about an hour with your two-part questions. We'll have Iggy's drops of the week, the Bertarelli Cutlery cuts of the week, and, of course, the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day at 9:45. Send your emails in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
This is Tim McKernan. I'd like to tell you about a company I started just a couple of
You're clear.
still own, and it's called Sound Story. It's essentially a one-hour interview that we do either in person or via Zoom with mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. They come in and they tell their story.
takes.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini. And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Strode. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at tmastl.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever. The Post Sports Bar and Grill presents
Iggy, say it ain't so.
Oh, Iggy. Iggy's Drops of the Week.
What region of the country has the least amount of fats?
I would like to promote it, but I don't really have any information.
No, you look like $1 million, Tim.
Nice, thanks.
That is the first time he's ever involved me with his wife.
There's a lot of gay stuff on there, which I love.
You cuckolded me.
I got to tell you something. I'd bang me.
Oh, yeah, your husband can't do it like this, baby.
Who had more conquest, you or Wilt?
I don't know.
Back, streets, back.
All right. If I'm getting paid enough money, I'll slap you in the face with my penis. I don't care.
Oh,
she doesn't have a penis.
Day holes turn to night holes. Night holes turn to day holes.
I didn't have a boner.
Oh, it's a maple long john, boys.
I'm watching porn.
We should sleep together.
come on, man. You're going to get dragged.
The baby only cries when I pick it up. Look, a hand is a hand.
Hey, donuts. How's the show going? Listen to those guys breathe.
Shut up.
This used to be Bing Crosby's clam bake.
I guarantee she has never seen one of my DMs.
Have you DM'd me?
Oh, my stepfather's chest is so hairy.
Today I would give the Pacers score and talk about Tervis Paris. What's his name?
Karis LeVert.
I banged a bunch of dudes to get to a board-out position.
There, I know your son David was with Stacy Keebler for a while and could have been your sister-in-law. That brings a lot of the fats down.
Is there a walrus section?
Container for my coffee, kind of like a venti. A Veti.
Yeti.
Yeti. Yeti. You can't win the Super Bowl unless you win all your playoff games.
Yeah, that guy had never had gay sex before then, I guess.
10 inches, I don't care.
As he sips from the Hoosiers' goblet.
Well, the video came out of him having kind of dog sex. I want to finish. It won't let me finish. I'm like the bottom on this show.
Those are the people that don't understand what cucking is.
There's a tall twink.
Got about 90 seconds.
She knows I'm somewhat of a slut.
Rick, how do you think that your relationship with Offset, making the song with you and Metro Boomin,
90 seconds,
how do you think that affected your career?
Are you guys familiar with Mark? Little less now.
Iggy's Drops of the Week, presented by The Post.
Stay posted, my friends.
Let me copy another promo.
Morning
Yeah,
after.
put
Check
anything
out
else
the
you can
Party
put in
on
there to
101
extend it.
ESPN, HD1, by the way. It's Sports Talk with Tim McKernan and Action Jackson from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. each weekday, right after The Morning After. It's the worst named show in the history of
you can give
radio,
us,
but the
like, 2
content's
more
pretty
minutes?
good. So check it out on 101 ESPN or get the podcast on the TMA app.
I can put another Drops of the Week in.
Yeah,
Get
just do
TMA
it.
content.
Check out listener rewards on the new TMA mobile app. Watch the show live on the TMA studio cams. Find it at TMASTL.com. Get the podcast on the TMA app. Download it now.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
Iggy's Drops of the Week.
Thanks, Brad. How long now?
No problem. We've got...
Oh, yeah.
I would have studied up more on Vaseline had I known that would have been a...
I don't like how the rich people get preferential treatment.
like 2.5.
Perfect.
Ish.
Thank you, man.
He was a listener.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
A first segment conversation.
You masturbate with Hawaiian Tropic, bro?
What?
Sunscreen?
So vivid, and yet so refreshing.
Grant.
Soil.
And automate it.
He couldn't stop talking to me.
Yeah, you can do that. I was going to grab it from Logger, but if you want to do that...
It'd probably be
that's
easier.
great.
Let's see if... It might take a while,
Encouraged
so
to bring
give me a moment.
gentlemen lovers.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
I'll text you
Good
when it's
what I
in there.
do. Well, don't think.
Thank you.
You
In the
bet.
locker room, did you shower with the fellas?
You've trained your prostate to milk itself.
You can even go against the grain and not nick the main vein.
Huh?
Would you rather have length or girth, Doug?
I don't think they're going just to visit Greg Norman and whatever he's packing. Jan,
She'd like.
What
She'd
the
put
hell
her.
was
She'd put her
that?
fingers in her dimples. Yeah. So there's that. No Hoosier would wear what I'm wearing.
Huh?
I can't do Tim's play-by-play. Tim is great at play-by-play on our matches. You can shut your trap. We have normal handicaps. Oh, digger, digger, digger.
We had our Westboro member guest, and I know that was a little more prestigious than what you just competed in.
What was that?
Can we get back to people riding Iggy's penis?
I don't know if
What
Mike
in the
wants-
world is that about?
Huh? That was Iggy's Drops of the Week.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
TikTok, stream us on the TMA mobile app and at TMASTL.com.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
The Tim McKernan Show podcast, featuring long-form interviews with people from the world.
What's up, Caden?
Hi, how are you?
Joe Buck, our guest today.
Man, it's like I haven't seen you in years.
More than 500 episodes and counting, and it's available wherever you get your podcast.
About 30 seconds.
All right.
STL app. Get the app now at TMASTL.com.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Watch TMA on YouTube. Click the bell to subscribe. Download the podcast.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Now, back to the Ryan Kelly Morning After on.
I had him play a banger.
Go grab. Checking it out.
Trick or treat, door by door to fill our.
I think for them, the show is over.
Waiting for.
Let me know when you guys want it.
Let it breathe, baby.
It's time to scare the pants off Halloween. It's time to do some pumpkin carving.
Doug, how do you think Doug or Grant's reaction is to never hearing this show and this song?
He's probably horrified.
This is terrifying.
Yeah. Had to get up early.
Good for you, Grant.
And he's not even going to get donuts.
Look, they're still talking. They're like talking to people.
Yeah, they forgot that the show is ongoing.
The police.
I think they moved on to the next hole.
They're going to put Quick 18, Doug.
There's a contest going on tonight. The best one wins the prize.
I don't think we've gone this deep into this song.
No.
It's
remember this verse.
time to collect strangers' candy. It's Halloween.
You want it back?
Yeah, you can fade it out. You can fade it out.
Nope.
No.
Oh, God.
Well, they're almost back. Tim and Iggy went to check out
There they
the
are. They're
situation
here.
on the 18th hole, the
I love
18th
it.
green.
Iggy is freezing.
Now, the flag stick was very close to the front of the green, so they.
I say touched 18 yet.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Oh,
But it's
wow.
a little tease for what could happen later on this afternoon.
That's what the
Doug.
superintendent told him, apparently. Right now, the flag is way up at the front of the green, and Iggy was like 40 yards away and having to chip. But the superintendent apparently told him that the flag is going to be moved way back. So Iggy will move way closer, and now it's just, it looks like he's 15 yards from the green. And I think probably 90% of the people that will play out here today would be able to put 9 out of 10 shots on the green from that close.
Well, Doug, you're right, and we have a couple of developments here in the appliance discounter's 8 o'clock hour. I was out there with Ken. Video just posted on the Twitter tweets, and I'll post more here coming up. Number one, it's colder than balls out there. It's alarming, actually, candidly. And number two, Iggy has had a conversation with the superintendent, and the pin was going to get moved to the back portion of the green.
Yeah.
But so as to maintain the integrity of the wager, I just witnessed in the golf cart with Ken Strode
What'd you witness?
him approach in the middle, so it will be a true 40-yard shot. And I don't know if I've ever respected a man more than Ken Iggy Strode.
If he puts it in the middle, it's still not going to be a 40-yard
Where you want to
chip.
put it? Where do you want to put it on the fringe?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of flags go on the fringe.
I want you to be 40 yards away from the green, which is mean from the front of the green, 40 yards away from that. That's what I would like. Because if you're too close, then it's not an interesting competition.
It's still a
It's
40-yard
just too
shot.
easy.
Why don't
No,
you
it isn't.
taste
Because
me?
unless you have to put it in the hole, it's not a 40-yard.
We'll measure from the pin. Okay, that's what he said.
All right, but that makes it too easy, and it'll
I
be
told him
less
to put it in the
interesting.
middle of the green because I don't want any controversy. So
More importantly than the pin location at this moment were the 4 swings we just saw from Ken
Yeah, how was
Strode.
that?
Yeah.
Pure as a mountain stream.
Wow.
This guy is feeling good, and it allows that wall to sit up real nicely. And a player like Ken Strode with that smooth swing.
Silky.
He was, I tell you what he was doing. Don't even worry about the green.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to go in the hole. You were right up there.
Yeah, it was a very good shot. With a cigarette sticking out of his mouth.
Classy.
Yeah.
and without golf shoes on, I couldn't feel my hands.
Oh, come
So
on.
I can't. So
Can't
once-
feel your hand. It's
couldn't
almost 60 degrees out here.
Well, anyway, I
The
felt
sun
good
needs
about
to pop.
I felt good about the 4 swings, but when Mike, the superintendent, said no, we got some more flags to move. It's going to be in the back. I said we moved it up to where it would have been 40.
Manscaped.
It's called the boy taint.
They manscaped that area.
Gooch
So I told Mike, I
regions.
said just put it in the middle of the green, and we'll measure out 40 from there. So that'll be fair.
Yeah, I still think it's going to be too easy.
Well, I don't care what you think.
I think the people that come out here will think it's too easy also.
Why?
If,
They
if
say
you're just
they
20 yards away from the green.
Well, according to them, a 20 handicapper knows nothing about golf, so I'll shank 3 or 4 according to them. So we'll see.
All you have to do is put it on the green from about 20 yards out.
Well, it's not my fault where the flag is going to be.
But you did go and approach the superintendent and request a middle pin pictures I've seen since I solicited lesbianism in Las Vegas in 2012.
Okay.
Unbelievable
That was
moment
sporty.
right there.
I'm not buying it.
And then it makes.
Was
What does
that
it
Johnny
matter?
Johnson?
I'll not say I won't be saying that.
What does it matter?
I'm just saying if you win, if you hit it right on the 1 inch onto the green at the front of the green, if that's a win for you, then you ought to be 40 times. Well, the flag thing
That's
came
the
up
best.
later. The
No,
initial conversation was
it came out when Wellington called in.
the initial conversation was I could be 40 yards away from the green and put it on 9 times out of 10.
I said I can hit a 40-yard
But
shot.
now you're
and be on
not
the
going to be 40 yards away. You're going to be like 20 yards away.
All right, what if I hit it 19, Doug?
Nice math.
We're not changing as in midstream here. I could have just.
Master, always a big supporter, says put it in the front. He's already cheating. That's from Harrison's brother, Master.
I think that's going to be
I'll
the
call the
sentiment.
whole thing off right now.
He's calling a bet
It's
off.
off.
He's
The whole
calling a
thing-
bet
The
off.
whole thing is off.
Guys want to stand. Maybe hit a wedge.
No,
Maybe hit
40.
a pitching wedge.
40 would be good.
Well,
From where you stood when I saw you hit with Tim, that's fine.
That's where I'll be.
Guys, I will double my wager if Ken goes 40 from the front. That's from the Illsider.
No, we don't need to.
Oh.
We're not changing
It's
for you
for
to
the-
know.
I think 40 from
I
the
don't even
pin.
know
There's
you.
still chance for the yips, whether you're 20 yards or 40 yards. There's still a chance to chunk one. I think I'm fine with either. I agree with Doug at the beginning, but Wellington's the one betting the money, and he specified the pin. So I think you take the guy who's putting up the cash. You take his rules.
Oh, if he's okay with it, yeah.
Here's what we're going to do. When Wellington comes out, he can make the rule. Just put me where you want. I'll hit a ball. I'll hit a ball.
Now that sounds better.
I'm done with complaining about this or answering these stupid-ass questions.
They're not that stupid.
Come out, put the ball, put it where you want it, and just tell me to hit the ball. I don't care.
Okay.
If I hit him like I just did, I'll knock all 10 off.
I'm telling you, you might hole some out and send a real message to the
Yeah.
players for the 2023 Fan Page Club Championship.
Wouldn't that send a message if,
Oh.
if you sank like 4 or
there's gonna
5
be
of
people,
them?
And then missed 2 of them and still lost the competition.
people text in now and say, yeah, but there was nobody around. You're not nervous. I was hitting in front of Tim. That's nerve enough.
Yep,
Oh,
Doug.
for heaven's
God,
sake.
that-
Where's
that-
it gone?
That is true. I recall Abraham Answer saying what it was like to play in front of Tiger at the 2020 President's Cup, and I would imagine that was the same adrenaline rush Iggy experienced hitting balls in front of me while I played around on my
Can't see
phone.
it. I can't see it.
Oh, that wind.
I guess it's
The
me.
hawk is coming out of the north, and it's aggressive, Doug. I would imagine the
know.
wind chill has to be around 12 degrees.
I don't think it's that cold.
It's going
It
right
isn't.
through my hoodie, dog. It's literally
It's
my
not
hoodie's
that,
not even working.
There's still people out here with shorts and T-shirts.
No.
Yes, there are. I've seen
We're having
I did heathness and panties.
I'm
I did heathness and panties.
on the way to the Augusta on the Rock Road, and Welly is still at my house. He was putting his pants on as I was heading out the door. Tim tapped her ass last night, finished strong, she said, covered her in milk. Doug, that's from the recovering alcoholic from Belleville in Webster Groves.
Man, he's fine.
Yeah, he was pumped about the U of I, 31-0. Talked to him last night.
Sent
Good
a
people.
message, Plowhawk. That's a 3-1 team that should be 4-0.
Yeah, that's a great team.
Illinois is a great team.
Well, we got the leading rusher in the country, baby.
If Illinois and Missouri play on a neutral site right now, what's the spread?
I think Illinois 6.5.
Oh, I'd go less than that.
I would go
Would you?
4.
3.5.
It's almost a pick 'em though, because Illinois.
Way to start a college football.
Great lighting in there.
Yeah,
I remember a game.
Sound system super.
William Moore just took the.
Nothing like showing up 2 hours before your tea time for a scramble. I'm sure the Normandy employees hate when these blubber sloths arrive early to begin destroying their course with their metal cleats. Doug, that's from wedding tackle.
Blubber sloths.
I
That
hope
wasn't kind.
metal cleats haven't happened in a years.
Tell Tommy Armour that.
Really?
Yeah, he likes to wear them. Bryson.
Metal spike.
Metal spees.
My golf shoes don't have spikes of any kind, not even a soft one, none.
See, I
They
got
just
the
have like
slimy
ridges.
ones.
You see mine here?
Yeah.
Take a look at that. You see those little?
See,
Yeah,
me
I
and
don't
Tim,
even have
yeah,
those.
that's how I
Spikeless
know.
is the new wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I need a little traction. I know the spikeless still have a lot of grip, but
Some of them have
Yeah.
the removable spikes, like the circular ones. I
I've
don't
seen
like
that.
those. I like the.
Sometimes in the era where everybody had metal spikes, some of the olds would not pick up their feet and just really
Destroy the greens.
Yeah.
But I do like the clickety clack it makes when you're walking
Yeah.
up.
You sound like you're kind of important.
Like Jim Leland before a game.
Yeah.
Wearing metal spikes in the
Remember that
dugout.
World Series press conferences in 2006? He'd come walking up with his spikes on like he was about to play. Well, it wasn't that great a story. Sorry, I brought it up now.
I'm just looking to buy time while I post
Boy.
these videos. But, Doug, Dents
last
Express
time-
is the place to go.
No. It's sure, especially if you need it. Or even if you don't, if you go see Gray. You know what they have there? They got the paintless dent removal. They remove minor dents and dings without the need to repaint your vehicle with paintless dent removal services. Call on Dents Express for hassle-free dent repair and so much more. They have 5 ARC certified PDR technicians on staff. PDR, paintless dent repair. Get free evaluations and written quotes for your insurance carriers. They'll file the paperwork for you to give you some extra peace of mind, and they'll provide paint protection about a mile west of 270 and one out in St. Charles. I've been to the one on Manchester. In fact, it's right next to Munganess Acura. A lot of times they take their cars over there. They will do the same for yours. Great people. The Wilson family owned and operated it since the 90s. Go see Gray.
Good morning, boys. Happy Lemmings Open Day. Hit them long, hit them straight, and fondle a lot of balls in the process. That's from Scott's Wrinkled Ball Sack. Did we talk about Jack? But it wasn't going out over the radio, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that was such a nice change of pace to not have.
Those Reuben egg rolls are crazy.
Yeah, I took 3 of those home and some toaster wraps.
Yeah, but it's super clutch not to have to go back to the station after the whole thing last night.
Super
that.
clutch.
You like that?
Oh,
Doug?
it's
Super clutch.
So that way I just went right up 44 back home, hit the hay.
Yeah. Yeah. Home game for Carlos. Herb would have taken anyone down. He was in the zone.
Force.
I would have loved to see Herb versus Eli last night.
All right, guys. I see the donuts.
Are the
Donuts are
here?
arriving. Donut driving arriving.
They're not
Donut
at-
driving arriving.
They're not
Red
out
alert.
of like the delivery bag yet, so I don't think I can
Red alert.
go storm.
I was going to say we're losing host by the minute.
Oh, I'll wait for
Red alert.
Iggy.
Yeah, Iggy's gone. I
He's
got to
taking
use
a
the little
poop.
wizards myself.
Iggy took the first 10 minutes of this hour off to chip. And as soon as he got here, he had to go to the bathroom. He's been
Here
gone
he's
another
coming
10.
back. He's coming back.
Ladies and
here.
gentlemen, Ken Strode.
All right.
Oh yeah, the donuts, man. Woo.
How many boxes they got up there, Plowsy? What
It
can you
looks like
see?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16 right there. it looks
16.
like.
Oh.
There were so many last at the Dodom.
Oh, that's why I'm so excited. I'm gonna get the cream of the crop.
Plowsy was triple fisting them.
Yeah, I had 3 of them ringed around my finger, Doug. If my nose is froze.
I just need a cup of coffee
You
badly.
can't be
They
frozen.
got, they got coffee
Can't
in there.
be.
Where?
It's
In the,
There's no cream.
The cream rises to the top.
It's my credo. Penny say, penny
think
earn.
your
This is
brother brought
crazy.
some?
This is crazy.
I'm seeing a 80% chance by 2 o'clock.
Iggy, what do we do here?
No, it's not going to rain.
Wow, 80%, Doug. You're getting back.
it's too cold.
Last time we were out here, we had a tornado rip through the course.
We did indeed.
Iggy sat in the cart barn while everybody was complaining up in the pavilion about.
You took a nap, didn't you?
No, I went and hid, actually. I did take a nap, but I hid as well. Breaking the skin.
It was pelting
Oh,
us
good.
sideways.
We had no shield on our cart. No.
Still have wounds
Brutal.
from it. Hey, huge doings here. We are broadcasting from Normandy for the Michelob Ultra Lemming drive-in just arriving. We have a full field, 36 foursomes today, and it will be a pony. Potbelly providing lunch, Uncle Leo's providing after-golf festivities, and then Ken Strode. Hundreds, if not thousands, of patrons here just off of St. Charles Rock Road, and attempt Doug to hit 9 out of 10 balls onto the green. And I got to tell you, based on the videos that I just posted on Instagram, TMA_STL, on the fan page, TMA fan page on Facebook, and on Twitter at TMASTL, you're going to see a very smooth and confident stroke from a guy who's known for his short game throughout the golf industry.
What do you think about this idea?
I'm done with your ideas. We're not changing anything.
Before it starts, while everyone is right here, and before the rain comes, he does it before the tournament so everyone can see it instead of afterwards.
Oh, wow.
Afterwards,
Iggy said it's not going to rain, so we don't have to worry about it.
Everybody's going to be scattered around.
Everybody's carts are here. We tee off at 10:30.
Right. They'll be right here. They can just walk right over there. They can walk 50 feet and see you do it right at the beginning.
No, because I'll take my time. I may smoke a dart in between shots and talk. And
everyone's here. Everyone's here to see it.
Here's an idea. How about you just stop with your ideas?
Clip that off.
I'm in this for the viewer, for the fan.
Well, they'll all be here when it's over.
No, they're not all going to be at the same spot when it's over.
They'll be in the pavilion. The 18 is right there.
Iggy, just for the purpose of, I use a radar. Now I know you use something different, but just taking a look, Doug, at this radar, there is a huge storm system that I would say is just to the west of Columbia. And it extends all the way back into the middle of Kansas, and it's just moving due east. Your thoughts on saying there will not be rain?
I'm going to get a box real quick.
I think we need to do this before we get started.
Grab me a coffee and some cream, will you, please? Yeah,
there goes the plow. It's running.
Why wouldn't you want to do it
He just
before?
pointed at it like fans.
He's like to rush, Doug. We tee off at 10:30. The people
Ball's
are
in the air.
The people are going to be in their carts. They'll be conversing. They're all going to, okay, everybody stop what they're doing and get up to the 18th. No, we're going to do it afterwards.
They will be conversing.
The whole thing will take, 10 minutes?
Not the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to take my time, buddy.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
I'm not going to rush through every shot.
Accumulating on the front of the green.
Well, it might be different. Might be a little muddy out there.
Yeah.
It's not going to rain.
If it rains like it says it is, there won't be people here to watch you do this.
Yeah, they will.
Is that video not on the fan page?
Blousy got a whole box of donuts.
Yeah, you have to refresh because you put it up 10 minutes ago. That means there's 90 posts that have been posted since you posted that.
I thought I posted it, but maybe it didn't. Huh. I guess is it on the Twitter tweets? Talk amongst yourselves, Phil.
Okay.
I don't know. Plowsy took a whole
At this point,
dozen.
now I'm just.
Sometimes the fan page doesn't post my stuff until
What's
like
in
30
there,
minutes
Plowsy?
after.
Whole dozen.
This is going to be tough for me to resist.
Oh,
it's going to be tough for me to resist.
I want one of those.
Pull out the protein shake. Pull out the protein shake.
Was there coffee up there, Plowsy?
Oh, Plowsy got a giant chocolate long john.
Oh, put that in your.
Donut drive-in, the best.
Donut drive-in, my God. Now, the video looks like it's on. No, it's not.
I don't know.
I posted it.
Maybe they deleted it.
I definitely did delete it.
No, not you. Twitter.
Jack?
Tournament could start right now because the weather's okay now.
Yeah.
I'm just concerned later.
I'm kind of with Iggy. I don't think it's going to rain. Mm-hmm.
It'll pass right by.
Yeah. The Tigers aren't there to stop it from raining.
Okay.
The
I hope the
plains.
wind comes from the south, maybe warm things up a little bit. Although there's not a frostbite alert or anything to listen.
And you know, Tim knows that, and Jackson knows that short game is all feel.
Yep.
And I really couldn't feel
No one
anything.
else knows that. Just those two.
Well, just like you don't think there's guys that are ball strikers and guys that aren't ball strikers.
I think in the pro level, I think they're all ball strikers. You know.
Nope.
How can you not be a ball striker?
I watched
and
the
be on
tournament a
PGA
couple weeks
Tour?
ago, and they were talking on the broadcast. You know, one thing about this course, it's a ball striker's course. So that leaves half the field out.
Oh, that's nonsense. That's over-analytical nonsense. They're all ball strikers if they're that good. How could you not be?
No. They're bashers, but they're not ball strikers.
There's going to be some big hitters out here today.
Will there be bashers?
I don't know.
No ball strikers. Be bashers out here.
My pop's playing today.
I saw your mom and dad last night.
Yeah. Pop and my aunt and uncle and my cousin are playing today.
You call your dad Pop?
Yeah. Yep. Pops. Pop.
Was your new best friend Ben playing?
Ben?
Who's the guy last night eat the wings?
Herb?
Herb.
Up after those chicken wings. I was nervous he was going to choke.
Oh, yeah.
Mitch almost choked one time.
Let me tell you about Maggie O'Brien's. God, they took care of us. The table that we had, just food all over the place, buckets of beer, just Maggie O'Brien's is great.
I took 5 shots. I didn't even notice until after.
Really?
I
Holy
hammered
crap.
5
How
shots.
did you not notice?
5 shots of Jameson? Look
How'd
at
you
you,
get home?
gangster, man.
I took 2
I
of
drove.
them.
Yeah.
It was just lined my stomach up real nice.
Oh, I felt warm inside.
Yeah,
I could
that was
use
good. Yeah, I mean,
another bottle today.
Yeah, do we have a bottle out here?
I would chug the hell out of it.
Andy Handelsman had a big night for himself. He just kind of gangstered. You talk about a hijack of the show.
Now,
He
Doug.
kind of took it over. I'll take it from here, boys.
Iggy was stunned by Andy Hanselman. Legitimately stunned and taken aback.
I think he thought he was still doing the setting up and was part of the show.
Johnny Johnson.
Johnny Johnson's back. It is Friday. Are we doing drops of the week?
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, Doug.
Iggy's Drops of the Week.
A lot of single men, looking to buy.
You're clear.
Would have a stepdad wing.
Pop the tablet, get a boner, and go have sex with your wife.
Don't pout.
Fanny licking.
Why would I think about that guy? He's a peanut jockey. Jackson, is there a setting on our YouTube channel where you could just have a separate chat room, like maybe buy for buy?
Huh?
Everybody knows Fonzie. Just getting a little tired of listeners trying to become famous through us.
Yeah, you always respect him.
You're not listening to TMA. You got to be listening to Pepper and Jeannie.
I'm not Lena the butt plug. There were a lot of people interested in my fantasy league.
I think I speak for the best fans in baseball when I say we like the Pepper Mill.
How far into debt do you think you'd go if Sidney Sweeney had an OnlyFans?
Can't go anywhere in this town without some stranger stopping you and say, "Hey, did you get any good?"
I don't have any insight on daytime TV.
And it's all over TV land.
Doug, are you there?
Lay there.
I don't know what this thing
It's a
is.
sex scene. What can you do for your toes?
You can wiggle them, and you can paint them.
He is my co-host. He is Genie.
I need a hard one.
Oh, sounds like somebody wants to get paid.
We are pros.
Pepper and Jeannie.
What's it called?
M.O.
Adoris operandi?
Modus
operandi.
Is it possible we don't even get into the postseason now? I think they may choke and not get into the playoffs.
I can only get halfway hard.
Zinger.
Phone, or we've always been dumb. Now we just get to tell everybody, right?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I got the dirty little mouth.
What happens when you go to the urinal?
Everybody always says, "Do you ever get any guppy? Get any guppy?"
We're kind of a petite crew.
I have an iconic hairline, I guess.
Do you even pay attention to the show? As soon as I came out the bobblehead, I was gone.
Second inning?
Third inning. God, I've never been so bored.
You go for the chicken, but order the beefcake?
Ask me. I'm here. I think I'll win the contest. I have TMA tonight. We have golf all day tomorrow. Saturday I have Point Fest. Sunday I may go to the Classic Car Show. So this is
10 seconds.
a long week for me.
Yeah.
It's a gauntlet, is what it is, Iggy.
Yeah.
How deep was this hole?
That was Iggy's
The air.
Did you get any guppy?
Yep, it got colder. I can feel it.
Video's live.
The video is up on the Twitter tweets?
Yep. Yep.
The video is up on the Twitter tweets.
Yards away.
On Twitter, I got to get it on the fan page now. That's what I'm going to attempt to do for whatever reason. It's not up just yet. Just not up just yet.
Posting on the fan page, it makes me schedule all my posts on the fan page when I do it from my phone. But from my computer, I can do it immediately. It's weird.
On my phone, when D'Angelo Hopkins posts a new TikTok?
Sure.
I click on it, and it stops, and it says, upload.
Yeah, that's odd. You're doing it from home where you have Wi-Fi, right?
Or here.
Sure.
Either way.
Yeah, I mean, you have cellular data no matter what.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, TikTok, it's a fickle mistress.
I haven't seen any of his TikToks lately.
You can get involved in the program through Engineered Design Facilities. Text inbox Engineered Design Facilities is where you can go at fire@edf-rg.com. If you have visibility to your company or place of businesses, commercial fire alarm panel and system, email fire@edf-rg.com, and they'll have a technician come out and provide a free evaluation of your system and offer the most competitive contract pricing in the market. You can also check them out anytime at EDF's Fire Division is now testing, inspecting, and maintaining the fire system on all the commercial kitchen and restaurant hoods who are interested in getting their services. It's Engineered Designed Facilities online at edf-rg.com. Stratum Structure with Brett Spot Extensions, Stratum Structural Systems, 314-620-8153. Let them know you're a TMA listener. Get involved on the radio program, texting in or calling in 636-9004-TMA. And you can email in for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Steve Schmidt, Kia. North County Phone Lines and Design Air sponsor the email of the day. Just watched the Twitter video. All I got out of it was that Iggy's pants pissed me off.
Oh.
Were they made from my grandmother's couch in the 1960s? That's from Wedding Tackle.
Where'd you get the trousers, buddy?
They're about $120 pair of Tommy Hilfigers, if that's okay.
Oh.
Wow.
Sounds like they're not Hoosier. They're not
So
Hoosier.
your grandma has good taste.
You paid
Dumbass.
$120 for those pants?
And my Tommy boxers.
I don't use
Wait,
those
you paid
pants.
120? Damn.
Is that your second donut, bro?
Yeah.
Which one is that?
Is that
Oh, the
cream filled?
Jelly filled, yep.
Big, big old jelly.
Jelly. Nice.
You
How'd
wanna-
that chocolate one go down? That big 9-inch chocolate one.
I couldn't even feel it, Doug.
Oh, why'd you look
Cytheria.
I'm prepared. Doug, you want to get underneath this donut?
What in the world was that?
Oh, just a joke.
Who the hell is doing blow right now into the mic? That's from the little Dutch boy. Doug, you've been snorting lines all morning.
Dude, my
I haven't
freaking
been.
nose is running like crazy because
It's you? You're the one?
Well, I'm not doing blow. It's 50 degrees out here. My nose is not used to this kind of temperature. I don't
Yeah,
have a
it's been a while.
Kleenex.
Yeah.
It's good to have it back, though.
Yeah,
next 8
cocaine.
months.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, the wind, yeah.
Guys, it looks like Iggy's wearing Z Cavarici to me. That's from Aloha, Mr. Hand.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, Mr. Hand.
Is that Italian?
I don't know.
Cryo.
Guys, $120 for pants, and then has Cletus subsidize his bet for the day. That's from Wedding Tackle.
What's your point?
Wedding Tackle, the action's back on you.
Okay.
Only the poors tell people how much their pants cost. That's from the total package.
They didn't cost $120.
What'd
I
they
got
cost?
them on Macy's on sale. So
Last chance rack?
no, it was in the Tommy Hilfiger department.
Oh.
I just like the way they look, so I bought them. I mean, they weren't.
A nice drop. Coming up in about 20 minutes, Lisa Ann will join us. 2-part questions for Lisa Ann, 314-881-TMA5. That is how you can send your questions in for Lisa Ann. Fantasy football. Boy, the Wizard was on the under last night, and kind of, I think it was a bad beat. I wasn't watching it, but I saw the Steelers kicked a field goal late, I guess, to try to get within one score, and that pushed the game over the total of 38. And that was costly for the Tam Avenue Capital Partners. Did anybody on Pick 6 have any action on that game, Jackson?
I can find out for you right now.
Iggy, were you on that? I know you have this. You're big on the Chargers against the Jaguars, and what's the other one? Are you Tennessee against the Florida Gators?
Yeah.
And that's in every one of your teasers.
Every one
So
of
you
my
are
teasers.
heavily leveraged on the
Oh, boy.
Volunteers
Yeah.
and on the Chargers of Los Angeles.
There was a lot of action last night.
Oh, is that right?
For pick 6, yeah. We got the unit had the Steelers +4 and the total team over of 17.5.
And what did they finish with?
I didn't watch. I have no. Clearly.
Doug, is that
under-
information available?
Clearly under
Nowhere.
that.
What was the score?
He also had
I think it was 23. You're
Yesterday-
so happy about this, Jackson.
Unit made fun of me yesterday for buying a half
29-17. Oh, Cleveland scored at the end. 29-17.
He was giving me all sorts of guff for buying a
You like
half
that term,
point.
Doug? Guff?
I don't mind it. I kind of like
He
it.
was giving me guff for buying a half point on my lock of the week of the Jags, and then look, the hook kills him. So take that, unit.
How about that? So Unit's 0-2.
He had Mitch Trubisky under 13.5 rushing yards, so that hit. So he's
Odd prop bet that is,
Yeah.
but tip of the cap.
I'm
Doug,
a-
you were eyeing Mitch Trubisky's ground game. I know that. Yeah, under 13.5 is what hit.
I went over 2 yesterday too. I had Virginia Tech +2.5. They got trounced by West Virginia, and I took Georgia State +2, and they lost to Coastal Carolina.
Wow.
I think George went. I think Tim.
Nurse.
I think Joe went against Georgia State, didn't he? Because
His alma mater.
I was going to say something like you're going against your team, but I think he went against Georgia State. I think.
Did he take Coastal? He Trubisky over a half interception, and that did not hit. Mitch Trubisky stayed away from the turnovers.
Nothing, and I mean nothing, that Tommy Hilfiger makes costs $120. That's from Harrison's brother.
Well, I just
Master.
said I was kidding. I was just making fun of the person and made fun of my pants. So. They don't. What are you worried
So you
about?
inflated the value
why do
of your
people care
trousers?
what I wear? Jesus.
Doug, you're seeing it's almost a certainty to rain all day now.
That's what it looks like.
That's clearing up.
It's clearing up. I mean, there is a hurricane somehow over Kansas and Missouri that's heading our way. We are doomed every time we do this golf tournament.
Right.
Hurricanes somehow appear in the Midwest.
As we sit here, we're facing east, and the storm is coming from the west, so it's sneaking up from behind us. So we don't see anything here. I don't know what's going on over our shoulder.
Well, the wind's going to change, and all that's going to go the other way.
Gosh, I hope.
It's going to go back out to California.
Yeah, it's going to come right back.
Well, the wind's going out of come out of the east anyway. So
right.
I just wish it would warm up a little bit.
You don't care if it rains as long as it's warmer?
Well, it's not. I ain't worried about the rain. It's not going to rain.
Okay.
Guys, I used to brag about wearing Tommy hat off.
I mean, they look like golf pants to me, and they're very comfortable.
Well,
my God.
They fit really well.
Why don't you talk about the Under Armour I'm wearing?
If you'd like to talk about the Under Armour that Iggy is wearing, 314-881-TMA5. That's how you can get involved on today's radio presentation. Doug, I got this for you. I know you wanted to hear about it. Dear Deidre, dashing home from a work trip to surprise my girlfriend for her birthday, I was devastated to discover she had organized her own party with another woman in our bed. I'm a guy of 30. She is 28, and we've been together for 4 years. We teach at the same primary school and moved in with each other after a year. We shared interests in cycling and in cooking, and things were good. Then my girlfriend started running at a local sports club. She said the coach was wonderful. She was 25, and what she didn't know about running wasn't worth knowing. She had her own business and was so experienced. In fact, my wife never stopped going on about her. She started going 3 times a week because she was, quote, totally into running, and she signed up for some half marathons. Looking back, I did think it's strange she would sometimes take her sports kit off and put it back in the drawer rather than washing it. It was as if she hadn't worked up a sweat. Previously, she had been constantly washing sports clothes. A few times she showered before she went and sprayed perfume on herself. I wondered if there was some male interest at the club, but she told me, it's all women, babe, no men. I went away on a 3-day conference, but by day 2, people were dropping like flies with a sickness bug, including 3 of the main speakers, so we left a day early. I was delighted as it was my girlfriend's birthday. But when I got home and opened the bedroom door, I found my girlfriend and another woman in the bed.
Oh, sleeping, I assume.
Sounds like a dream.
Sounds hot to me.
I went straight to the pub to drown my sorrows. Eventually, I went home, and she admitted she had been having an affair for 2 months. She has asked me to wait while she decides who she prefers, her coach or me.
Oh.
Good news, Deidre has advice on the situation.
Okay.
It's certainly ideal that she works out her feelings, but don't let her needs eclipse yours. Make sure you are making your own decisions and not simply waiting to discover who she chooses. It is possible to rebuild your relationship, but she will need to accept she has to work to regain your trust and apologize properly. She must demonstrate it's over with this woman and at the very least find another running club. You both need some urgent help to see if you can recover from this. I'm sending you my support pack on cheating, and you can find professional couples counseling through the British Association for Counseling at 01455883300 or at backp.co.uk.
What is this? Morse code?
Is that back page?
It's like a latitude and longitude.
BACP. I mean, that's back-p, bro.
That's back-p, yeah.
He'll be divorced divorced by the time he finds that page.
Yeah, she's scissoring with one of her running coaches. Anything's on the table at that point.
Is that thunder?
Dude, it's about to just hit like crazy.
How do you walk in, open the bedroom door, and then leave without her seeing you?
I have 50 of like Todd Callahan hoodie like shirts in my trunk, so I'm like so prepared to get wet.
Are you?
This guy basically should just say, honey, I'm all for it. Can I watch or join?
That's how you handle it.
That's how you handle it.
That's the Dear Deidre answer I wanted.
You can't be shocked by the whole situation.
That sounds like a cuck.
Why are you
Is it a cuck?
Oh, if he says, let me sit and watch you scissor, absolutely.
But would that be like a? But that would be like a quality cuck. Like
Is that what they call? Is there a difference between a cuck and a quality cuck?
He's already cucked.
They can get sloppy, I'm sure.
He's already been cucked by the other girl. Now, if you want to watch and get berated, it'd be a double cuck.
I don't like penis.
Oh.
I'm with her because you're a loser.
Yeah.
We're
She
not
knows-
getting back together. I'm only letting you watch because I feel pity for you, you loser.
Man, this is what it
Yes.
feels like to be satisfied. I can.
That's a cuck right there.
I could
That's
break-
not a quality cuck, though?
Nah, I could
That
break
got
the
us
back of
all.
them.
Yeah, that hit home.
Yeah, it did.
The video is up on the TMA fan page now. I got to see. I got 2 minutes and 40 seconds of video. I know that. So
I moved up and hit it from the shaved area.
So you like that
Shaved.
shaved. I want to get work in. I mean, people know it's going to be tough out there today, and you're going to have to negotiate these conditions. Doug, are you starting to think maybe people won't be able to break even par?
No, they're not here to get work in. They heard the donuts were here.
Well, that's getting work in.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Happening
What
for
a
Ken.
beast.
This is going to be Ken's day.
Yeah, I have a good feeling about it.
It's kind of Ken's world, and the rest of us just live in it.
This is his.
Drop that on my phone again.
So there it is. It's up everywhere.
Oh my.
Hey fellas, Doug, you like when somebody says,
I hate that.
it's going to rain by noon. That's from Wedding Tackle.
That's what it looks like.
Iggy, percentage of the audience that's hoping it rains.
Yeah, they look for bad things.
Well, you got your 7-Eleven coffee and
Who brought
cream,
you
and
that?
everything's happening for you now.
Christy.
That was Carrie.
I mean, Carrie. Not Christy. Carrie. Thank you, Carrie.
It's close
That's
enough.
a large cup of coffee, too.
We are going to be joined by Lisa Ann coming up in a matter of moments for the two-part question. Send them in 314-881-TMA5 and email in for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Don't forget, it is now Friday. Friday night's pizza night's been going on all week at JJ Twigs in Southampton. If you're thinking about pizza for Friday night, JJ Twigs Southampton, 20% off your order when you let them know you're a TMA listener. As long as you order a pizza, you get 20% off your order at JJ Twigs Southampton tonight and tomorrow night and Sunday night. It's all happening at JJ Twigs Southampton. Friday night is pizza. You know you're going to get it for the holidays. We're doing it for the Lemmings Open. Go to mysoundstory.com and just get the gift certificate. Book it later with me, with Doug, with Jackson, with Learn. mysoundstory.com and 20% off all our merchandise for the Lemmings Open today at tmastlshop.com, including that look designed by Peter Rep with the Blues Clown colors from 1990. Everything's available in a hoodie as well as a t-shirt. tmastlshop.com. Get 20% off right now by going to tmastlshop.com. It's 20% off automatically. It's mysoundstory.com. It's 20% off when you enter the promo code TMA. Fistful of Bourbon is a wonderful sponsor of the Ryan Kelly Morning After. It's Fistful of Bourbon. And you, my friends, know that there's a lot of common sense and Western wisdom, like don't squat with your spurs on and always drink upstream from the fan page. There's also some Western wisdom that's less common, like never steal from a bear, which you can't make for yourself, or a twink doesn't know his worth until he's an award-winning blend of 5 straight bourbons and is smooth as a banker on Friday. Get wise, pick up a bottle today. Don't be a damn fool. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by William Grant & Sons, New York, New York. And check out Mentality. It's FDA-approved testosterone treatment, board-certified physicians who work with most insurance. I've been out to the clinics and have enjoyed the process. Gain muscle loss, fatigue, you're tired all the time, feeling anxious or moody, irritable, impatient, dealing with anxiety or depression. Those are symptoms of low testosterone. Get it checked at Mentality by going to lowtusa.com. The normal range for testosterone is large. If you've been to a doctor and they told you that you were normal without understanding the range or testing your free testosterone, it wasn't fully looked at. Come get checked with Mentality. lowtusa.com. Testosterone therapy helps men regain normal function and restore their ability to perform normally at all levels. Check it out at lowtusa.com. Iggy, and I know you would like to let the listeners know about a problem that you, of course, don't have, but one you can help them solve.
Well, yeah, and there'll be a lot of them out here today.
You think a lot of the guys here today can't get hard?
Yeah, I think Blue Chew should just set up a kiosk here on probably the 18th hole. And by the time they got out here, done with their round, say, here, chew this.
Boy.
Yeah, Blue Chew is something that, look, if you got a problem with ED, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. You know, quit making excuses. Get home from work, honey.
Don't scold the people.
This is where the listeners
Somebody
get
had work. It's been months. That's all you got to do, bluechew.com. I'm letting it sink in. Bluechew.com. Go to the go and you check out, go to promo code, put in TMA, and you know what you're going to pay for your first order?
What?
Nothing.
That's not much.
Free. It's going to cost $5 for shipping and handling. You don't have to go to a pharmacy. You don't have to go to a doctor. Their medical professionals will help you out. And why would you pay all those prices for the other things?
Well, you shouldn't.
The same active ingredients as you have in Cialis and Viagra in Blue Chew. In a chewable tablet, you don't have to swallow a pill. So go to BlueChew.com, type in TMA, $5 shipping and handling. It'll be there in a few days.
All right.
You will thank me.
Doug,
How about this?
BlueChew.com. That's what you do.
Don't be soft. Get some loft. Sacre Blue. She'll love it too. You do you with Blue Chew.
Wow. Iggy, you just lost your live read.
Oh, God, now it's going to go to
Well,
Doug.
let's transfer that
What's
one to
wrong with
Doug.
mine? Stiffy and a jiffy? Chew it and do it.
I just thought I'd
Can you do that one
expand
more
on it.
time, Doug? That was really good.
Don't be soft. Get some loft. Sacre Blue. She'll love it too. You do you with Blue Chew.
You can't teach that.
I just
right.
got
Can't
one.
teach it. It's
You can't.
unteachable.
Yeah,
Got
that's.
an email this afternoon. You're out. Doug's in.
No, I think you're doing great.
It won't rain. Y'all are fine. Put pegs in the ground with confidence and go low, boys. That's from Holly Hills Hustler.
Boy, I hope
Look at
that's
that.
the case.
All right.
Jackson, the storm is on its way, and it's making its way through Columbia as we speak. Doug, let's pull up the radar here and take a gander at what we have, and it is heading due east. It is just now to the east of Columbia and Jefferson City. It's making its way into Warren County, and the nice thing is it only extends back to just a little west of Wichita.
So it'll be a brief little shower. Spot shower.
Hurricane
For
Elia.
8 hours.
Hurricane Elia.
Hurricane Elia.
Well, you can all laugh, but about noon, you're all going to say, look at what happened. It all turned around. It's
Where's it
going
going?
the other way.
Well, we hope.
And get a
Well,
split
whatever
in
they-
two.
It's going to split in two.
Whatever the opposite of Wichita is.
Sometimes they just dissipate. I've seen it.
A lot of times.
It's true.
I don't know that it has. I don't make up the.
There's your hometown appliance stores featuring major brands like GE online at theappliancediscounters.com. Coming up in a huge Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. In a matter of about 5 minutes, Lisa Ann will join us with your early cutlery cuts of the week. And then we close out today's presentation with the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. And then, if we can avoid Hurricane Elia, balls in the air at 10:30. Ken Strode on number 18, looking to fire 9 out of 10 balls into that green from 40 yards out. Donut Drive-In, Potbelly, Uncle Leo's, Michelob Ultra, Munganast, all making it possible. It is the Michelob Ultra Lemmings Open live from Normandy. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan for Design Air Heating.
You're clear.
Very happy client. Design Air Heating and Cooling and Seth Woodcamp and his incredible staff, which you can find online at designairservice.com. Just go to the website, click on
Grant,
the
how much
Book Now
time?
tab, and any issues you may be having.
This break, from now, we've got about 5.5 minutes.
Thank you, sir.
It's Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com.
Doug Vaughn here, along with the home loan expert Ryan Kelly. Ryan, the real estate world is really kind of crazy right now. How do you get through it? How does anybody figure it out?
Well, the whole world's crazy right now.
Yeah, it seems like it.
At some level. Everything just costs so much right now.
I've noticed that.
Holy cow. And gas is the obvious one, in some of our markets, it's over $5.50 a gallon right now. So gas is the obvious, and groceries. I mean, heck, we used to go to the grocery store at $70, and now it's $120. Airline tickets. We wanted to go see my wife's mother, and went to buy tickets about a month ago, and it was about $198 a ticket, and we held off, and we went and looked at it just this week, and it was like $600 a ticket. Everything just costs so much right now, and it's hard to get by. We hear from clients, they're waiting to get paid to pay the bills, and that's no way to live. The good news is if you're a homeowner, there's never been a better time for a cash out refinance. Mortgage rates have started to come down, and your equity is at an all-time high. Our average client received over $54,000 with a simple cash out refinance. How much can you get?
Go and they still own. And it's called Sound Story. It's essentially a 1-hour interview that we do either in person or via Zoom with mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. They come in and they tell their stories, education, growing up, and of course, family stories, the wisdom that they can share with their loved ones for generations to come. It's an audio heirloom. It's Sound Story. To learn more, go to mysoundstory.com.
Celebrate all your college and fantasy teams' Tully touchdowns this weekend with Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. May your team be swift and their aim be true. May the refs be forever in your favor and your whiskey always Tullamore Dew. Tullamore Dew, the original triple blended, triple distilled, smooth sipping Irish whiskey, made exactly for game day moments like this. When it's game time, it's Tully time. Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. 40% alcohol by volume. Imported by William Grant & Sons Incorporated, New York, New York. Please enjoy Tullamore Dew responsibly.
The Classic Car Show and Concert, September 25th at the Factory in Chesterfield, with performances by Jackal. Tickets for the concert on sale now. Got a classic car you want to show off? Vehicle registration is open now. The Classic Car Show and Concert, a day of fun for the family.
Get tickets at thefactorystl.com.
Okay. Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Stroh. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at tmastl.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever.
Design Facilities has become the #1 commercial fire alarm service provider in the market. EDF's goal is to not increase your operating budget, but rather decrease it, and at the same time service your business's commercial fire alarm needs with the most experienced and competent technicians this region has to offer. Make sure your building is up to code. Email fire@edf-rg.com to schedule your systems evaluation today. That's fire@edf-rg.com.
In this crazy economic and real estate world, buying, selling, building, and investing can be beyond confusing. You need agents to steer you in the right direction. Lindsay Jacobs and Susie O'Johnson of Compass Realty Group have been licensed agents collectively for 45 years, consistently ranked among the top agents in all the St. Louis metro area. You want results without the headache? You have to contact Susie and Lindsay at Compass Realty Group. Online at showandsellstl.com and on Instagram at showandsellstl. A proud sponsor of the Lemming Open.
Hey, if you like the morning after, check out Balloon Party on 101 ESPN. HD1, by the way. It's sports talk with Tim McKernan and Action Jackson from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. each weekday, right after the morning after. It's the worst named show in the history of radio, but the content's pretty good, so check it out on 101 ESPN or get the podcast on the TMA app. The Tim McKernan Show podcast, featuring long-form interviews with people from the world of sports, politics, and entertainment.
And our guest today, Bill McClellan. Thanks so much for coming in.
Hey, my pleasure, Tim.
What's up, Caden?
Hi, how are you?
Joe Buck, our guest today.
Man, it's like I haven't seen you in years.
More than 500 episodes and counting, and it's available wherever you get your podcasts, including the TMA at
Expert.com, and you are always looking for a way to help people out, and Hero Loan VA is a perfect.
Got like 20, 30 seconds.
And you can buy a house with no money down. You can refinance and cash out up to 100% of your appraised value. Truly is one of the best programs out there. Get the loan that you deserve today at HeroLoan.com, the only way to VA.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Now, back to the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis.
Taking you live.
Sweet.
Remix, rolling balls. Remix on rolling balls.
Give me that daddy. Give me that daddy butter.
Hit 50.
Give me that daddy butter. 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 Give me that daddy butter.
If there was a club in St. Louis that would play that kind of dance music, which would it be? What bar
Wheelhouse.
would you go to?
Rise.
Wheelhouse would play that?
Yeah, Steve
Rise.
Aoki over the weekend.
Yeah, I saw that on the billboard driving out
Yeah,
here today.
same here.
I know Zed a little bit. I can probably get it to him.
You know a little?
I met him once. That's a friend to me.
Friend of the feather. It is the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. We were at Maggie O'Brien's Sunset Hills last night with the great Eddie McVeigh, and he's going to be opening up that downtown location in mid-October. Can't wait for that. Super happy for one of the best in the business, Eddie McVeigh. It is the Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour as we broadcast live from the Michelob Ultra Lemmings Open. And, Doug, it is a chilly morning in the gateway to the West, which is the gateway to the best football team.
It feels like it's getting colder, too, doesn't it?
Somehow, and maybe that's that hurricane that's approaching from Topeka.
Oh.
Iggy says it is going to miss us. Looking at the radar, it is heading right toward us. Ken, an update.
It's going to move, yeah. It's plenty of time for it to move. Just keep an eye on your radar. I want to thank Carrie because this coffee has done wonders. I'm now warming up, and a lot of people are out here. You know who's got a nice head of hair?
Doug, follow that thought process.
Well,
Ryan
it's gonna
Kelly,
mix
for
in
one.
because he's heading right here. Ryan Kelly has a great head of hair.
He really does.
Phenomenal.
I'm jealous. I feel like he's flaunting it and taunting me. Ryan Kelly, the homeloanexpert.com. And he is stepping up to the dais, the best in the business. Come on in, the water's warm.
Look out, he almost fell.
What's going on, brother? What do you
over
say?
here.
What's the good word?
Ryan, how are you, sir?
I can't see him now. He's
What's
behind
going
us.
on,
I
man?
need the
I'm going
neck
to shoot a
of it.
TV commercial with this guy in
That's
about
what I
5
heard.
minutes. Yeah, it's my fault. We were supposed to do it yesterday, but I had to get a new phone because the other one was broken. And I'll clean that mess up tomorrow morning at the golf tournament. So
you're going to shoot a commercial right here today.
he said it's always been a dream. We'll throw him right in the cards game. Why not? Maybe it'll be the game where we hit number 700.
God, Iggy,
Let's
you're
do
having
it.
the biggest day ever.
You look great, too, man. Look at those pants and the shoes.
Those pants have gotten a lot of attention. Yeah, the shoes are. I posted the video on Instagram of Iggy getting his work on at 18, and somebody said, what's going on with that footwear?
I don't think anybody would believe it, what there really is. You have to be here to see him in person. What a great day for golf, right? I mean, we're out here sometimes, and the heat is just barreling down on us in the sun. So having some cloud cover, a little cool weather today, I'll take that.
Yeah, it's a Scottish Open. Questions in 314-881-TMA5. Lisa Ann joining us, presented by Tullamore Dew every Friday here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Ryan, what's the good word with you?
Man, I'm going to sit down here by Doug Vaughn and soak in some of that greatness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's hot. Robert.
Yeah,
I
you're
agree
a
with that
pro,
part.
you know.
Definitely hot, but not that naughty.
Doug, you going to play golf today?
I might hit a few out on, I think, the 12th hole, 5th hole, 12th hole, one of those.
So you're just good enough that you just pick the holes you play.
Well, we kind of hit a ball for the groups as they come through.
All right.
Yeah,
Excited
we're not
about
gonna
it?
play that. Oh, we're sure.
Why you do it?
Yeah, and there's
Absolutely.
grass,
And then
yeah.
watch people pounce on top of you.
There
that'll
won't
be
be
the,
any pouncing.
That'll be the thing to keep an eye on more than anything else.
I mean, what a great day. Look at, there's John Kiowski.
John Kiowski.
He heard me on the radio. He showed up. He's like, I got to get this guy off.
Take him off.
When the boss shows up, we're all
working
in
on
trouble.
behalf of the Federal Communications Commission. He has to remove you
Johnny.
from the airwaves. John Kiowski here at the Ryan Kelly Morning After. What is the good word, sir? Tell me what's going on. It's always great to see you. The listeners love when you're on the show.
Yeah.
And always, I had somebody texted into the show saying they saw you doing your morning run this morning in Clayton.
That's
I didn't know
true.
that was true.
Texted.
How much are you running? What's going on?
I'm not running a ton, but maybe 15 miles a week, and I usually do about 3 days or so. I hit a 5K and then one long run, 6, 7, 10 miles, whatever I need to clean up, for the week.
God bless.
If you're that health conscious, you'd probably like to help yourself to a couple donuts.
That's
over
exactly
there.
right, just to wash it down.
I don't know if it's a health conscious thing for me, but I would say about 12, 15, how old's my daughter? 13. So about 12, 15 years ago, I just woke up one morning at 4:45 and I walked down to the Richmond Heights Rec Center and I waited for them to open the door at 5:30 and I pretended I knew what I was doing and got in there and tossed the little weights around. And ever since then, I've been pretty regular at some kind of morning routine.
Is
whether
that
that's
right?
A run and
like literally 7 days a week, you do 5.
But I attribute that a lot to just, success of what we've had in the foundation, the mortgage business, and in life and all that is just getting out and doing something physical every morning, having my time before everything just goes to hell, and goes crazy.
Chaos.
So, I wake up and I know.
Bless. What time you go to bed? What time you get up? I need to know this. I'm very curious about it.
Yeah, it's a great question.
That's a question, too.
Yeah, great question.
Thank
you prepared.
Thank
You
Darren.
prepared for
Thank
this
you, Darren.
interview. Yes.
I'm just reading the notes.
What time do you get up?
Melissa
That's
gave me the questions.
Running through Clayton and putting those miles in, but. I'm on average, up at 5:15, and
What time you go to bed? What's going on there?
It's tough.
Good question.
Yeah,
Thank
another
you,
good
Doug.
question. Ding,
Thank
ding, ding, ding,
Nice.
ding. There goes the, be lights out in bed by 10:30 or so, but that doesn't mean I fall asleep, right away. It's my mind races. I battle with, all that stuff.
Oh, sure.
So
I know what you're talking about there,
sometimes
man.
The head hits the pillow, and it's just
Yeah.
and all that. But yeah, I try to be asleep by 11, up at 5.
Just-
because you're like, oh, it's just Doug Vaughn texting me. I don't need to grab my phone out of my pocket and do anything. But the Whoop strap's different. It just keeps all your bios. It measures like your respiratory rate, your heart rate, your body temperature, recovery.
That's the big one.
Finally, the green today.
You were green today?
Yeah, I've been red on my Whoop for a long time on recovery.
Now, why do you need that if you're in good health?
Well, it helps you check your sleeping habits. If you have 2 drinks, just 2 cocktails in the afternoon, and then you go to bed, you'll see that your heart rate takes forever to get down to like a good resting heart rate.
It's amazing how that works.
Yeah, definitely.
Or if
keep
you
in
eat
check.
late at night.
Yeah,
that's
fair
another
too.
thing. I've learned that.
I'm
Yeah.
guilty of that.
Yeah.
I get I get a little bit I get the munchies some nights. I'll just leave that there for AM Talk Radio. We're FM now. We're good.
Yeah, we're HD2.
My
It's kind of the
bad.
big time, not to intimidate you.
Yeah, well, I definitely get. You got snack packs, you got Doritos, you got all kinds of stuff, and yeah, my recovery is usually not the best in the morning. But enough about that. Speaking about recovery, let's talk about the housing market.
What's
right?
going on? What do you think? I mean, not what you think, what you know, because you know. I want to know what you think.
Well, I know that mortgage rates are obviously a little bit higher than they were a year ago. That's a fact. I think this time last year, maybe we're in the 3s, and this year, we're in the 5s. So definitely an increase in rates. But if you're thinking about buying a house, look at where we were a year ago. Lines out the door, day one on the market, multiple offers, things selling for $20,000, $50,000 over list price. Like, it was bananas last year, right? So even though rates were a little bit lower last year, the home prices were so high that now with a higher rate, you're going to make up for that for $250.
Yeah.
So even though the rate's a little bit higher, you make up for that on the sale price. And as I always say, marry the house, date the rate.
I like that. Doug's
Marry
been
the
using
house,
that in his spot.
date the rate.
The
I
house
like
is
that.
a spouse.
Yeah, you fall in love with the house. You marry the house. But the mortgage, they're going to come and go,
Yep.
and they're going
Yep.
to be in and out the door. So right now, use the current housing market to go in and get a great deal and get the loan you can get, the best possible loan at thehomeloanexpert.com, of course. And then when rates...
House date the rate. It makes a lot of sense. He is the title sponsor of this show for a decade. The best in the business, Ryan Kelly, thehomeloanexpert.com. Wonderful to see you.
Go,
The
my
listeners are
pleasure.
watching you.
It's fabulous.
Thank you to all the listeners for all the support of the Home Loan Expert and all the support of the Keep Climbing Foundation. We've
Yeah.
got some magical things
Amen.
together.
Well, what you do is an amazing thing.
Yeah, I'm heading to the Appalachian Trail next weekend. I'm taking 40 realtors with me, and we're going to do 3 days on the AT in Tennessee. These are Tennessee realtors out of Nashville, and 40 of us will do 2 nights, 3 days hiking across the Appalachian Trail, hitting the tallest point on the trail, which is in Tennessee. So super excited. Yeah, Nashville's definitely a great market, and I'm excited to be out there with those realtors, talking shop, talking business, but most importantly, raising money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
Amen.
And having the foundation put on a climb like this for a company that's not ours, which is pretty cool that we can box up something like that for any business out there. So if you own a business or if you work at a company, you're thinking, hey, there'd be something great for us to do for our culture, people can get in shape, give me a call. Let's talk, because the Keep Climbing Foundation, we can now put on climbs for other companies. I won't mention the company, but they're a big St. Louis company. We're taking a lot of their employees out to the Colorado Trail next year to raise great money out there. So, yeah, keep climbing and marry the house, date the rate. And Doug Vaughn, I'll see you out in the course, brother. Thanks for having me out, boys.
There he is, thehomeloanexpert.com, Ryan
Ryan
Kelly.
Mortgage. Ryan Mortgage.
You are welcome to text in your 2-part questions. 314-881-TMA5, the Engineered Design Facilities text inbox, because line's Ryan Kelly saying hello to Lisa Ann.
She said hello right back to you.
What's going on,
Ryan
Lisa Ann?
Kelly. Well, it is Football Friday over here, and we are ready to talk about last night's game. But the rejoin with all of the voices of Doug may have been the best thing I've ever heard, other than the standard serenading that I usually get on Fridays by Iggy.
Yeah, how about that? Wasn't that a wonderful remix? Didn't you feel like you were at where were you, a club, is that the Meatpacking District where you've heard that remix, and we're just rolling balls, aren't we?
I was thinking more the red light district with
Doug. Bill.
In Dockers, no shirt.
Oh, Doug.
Of course.
Or maybe a silk jammy shirt left open, a couple gold chains.
I've seen him in his silk jammies in Florida. Remember, Doug, the all black?
Yeah.
That's a true story.
That's hot.
That was hot.
I was
Lisa
drunk.
Ann, I have been enjoying listening to you and Iggy on your podcast, The Lisa Ann Experience. What a wonderful conversation.
What a love to all the fabulous gifts that your listeners sent during the unboxing experience. Just great stuff there. Love Iggy, and all of my listeners really enjoyed the show as well.
It's a great podcast for those of you who haven't had a chance to listen. It's Iggy and Lisa Ann talking it over for about an hour. The Lisa Ann Experience, Globe Ultra. And let's be real straightforward. You are missed here. Anytime we're doing a golf tournament at Normandy, I feel like you should be here, but I know you have plenty of things going on. And you were seriously considering coming back for this one.
Yeah, I was. The timing just didn't work. It's too much to pull away, especially now that on with
Why
good
now?
lighting.
Wow.
Yeah, like kind of a TV spot. I want to have a good lighting. I want to look good, and I don't know if a hotel or a golf course would provide that for me.
Yeah, I understand that. I've said this to you a few times. I said it to you when you were sitting here back in May. I love the fact, I really do, because I've seen it happen here now inside of with our audience and our company, that I would say, I don't know, I mean, I think it's a credit to you. I don't necessarily think it's people, I don't know, wisening up, that here you are, and there's no way in the world that a decade or 20 years ago, a former adult star would be welcomed onto SNY or all these stations throughout the country. And I think it's a credit to you and your business acumen and how hard you've studied on fantasy football and how knowledgeable you are, but that also the people are just kind of like, okay, who gives a damn? You know, she's a good, smart person. I think that's a wonderful
it's really
thing.
important. It's important in any business that we're in, that we're a pace car for others, right? So
Amen.
now that I'm
Yes.
connecting with so many young starlets through Dudes Do Better, you know, I can see the conversations that we're having. You know, I send them all a book. I just got a wonderful email late last night from one of the stars that just finished reading my book, and how they can relate to me. They can see how much of themselves is very much like me, and now they feel that they have a future because of me. All of these things just are a win.
Friday, presented by Tullamore Dew here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After, 314-881-TMA5. Doug, the recovering alcoholic is right in front of us.
I know.
And
What's he saying?
He's communicating via the Engineer Design Facilities text inbox.
What do you say?
Hi, Lisa. Had so much fun with you at Olive and Oak. I'll be at Joe and Pat's on Staten Island late in November. Let's have a slice.
What?
Anyway, two-parter. Should I start Gerald Everett over Dalton Schultz? And second, my former roommate Screech had his tongue pierced and went down on a gal with her hood pierced. After playing Jingle Bells, they got all twisted up and got stuck. Ever seen that before? Classic. Doug, that's from the recovering alcoholic who's hiding behind a tree now.
I'd hide too if I was him and wrote
He's
something like
married.
You know, it's a really sticky situation. You got to call the paramedics. Who calls? Do you just text?
Yeah.
Like, what do you do? I guess one person has their mouth able, the other person doesn't. Visualizing this right now. Down here, make a call, phone a friend.
Oh, it's
do what
also
you gotta
erotic.
do. You know, and at that point, you know, who do you call first? Do you just go for it, call 911 and say, we've got a situation, it's a little bit personal? Or do you call a random friend, what have you?
I have no
Yes, I'm
experience in
going
that
to
area.
Well, Doug, you have experience in more areas than you give yourself credit for.
Mm.
You're a calming
Nice.
source, which could just walk in with your doctors and reduce inflammation.
Oh, wow.
And the inflammation is what might make them so tangled together. And yes, I'm going to start Gerald Everett due to the limitations on Dalton Schultz.
Doug, there it is, Gerald Everett. It's all said and done. Let's see what we got here. Hi, Lisa. Brady or Rogers? And also, if I have to, quote, go into work on a Saturday because I can't afford my own coffee cream in my 250-square-foot Section 8 Spanx Shack, is it wise to spend $120 on a duvet cover and wear them as pants? Thanks. That's from It's Kathy.
Damn. That got real quick.
Oh, God.
I do understand that Iggy likes to come in sometimes on the weekends and have some coffee, and there's nothing wrong with the fact that he loves the environment at Hubbard so much.
Thank you.
That he just wants to
Thanks.
stop by and spread his positive vibes. And whatever he chooses, like that duvet cover could be getting a lot of work. It is the centerpiece in the bed or on his body, either way. And as for Brady or Rogers, I'm going to start Rogers this week. Brady
Nice.
has so many limited options. You've got Leonard Fournette, who's banged up, probably going to play. Mike Evans, who's suspended. Chris Godwin still dealing with the hamstring. They bring in Cole Beasley, of all people. Like, are you kidding me right now? So, yes, I'm playing Rogers.
Lisa Ann with Saquon, Dalvin Cook, Javonte Williams, and CHE. Do I give Javonte up for CeeDee Lamb? Also, my stepdad likes to brush his teeth with toilet water before we kiss. Will Listerine keep me breath fresh for my girlfriend after...
Vinegar to that
Yeah.
Listerine, just
Yeah.
to give it the extra antibacterial pop there. The taste will be incredibly nasty, but you probably just come from a nasty taste as well, so they'll balance each other out. when it comes to this, and now Jerry Jones talking about a little quarterback competition.
Yeah.
I love all of this. So CeeDee Lamb all day, yes.
Let's see what we got here. Buenos dias, Lisa. Struggling with my flex spot this week. Do you like Allen Robinson, Hollywood Brown, or a hobbled Keenan Allen against the Jaguars? And speaking of flexible, last night we were enjoying our weekly family meal at the Sharkle House. As usual, my stepdad Jack arrived late, drunk, and sans Tommy Hilfiger pant.
Oh.
As he began to stir my alphabet soup with his manhood, he pivoted and threw me on top of Grandma's quesadilla burger.
Okay.
Next thing I knew, we're cleaning the cobwebs in the us to please mind her tots.
What?
The server frantically approached and asked what in the name of Elia was happening here. Charges $200 for an excessive cleanup fee. How should we dispute this? Doug, that's from Mrs. Janny
So
Shanahan.
the only real question is, how do we dispute it? That's what it all got down to that.
No, at this point, it's not blink twice if you're afraid. You had letters there. You could have used your words. And now you're going to have to figure out how to use your words to get out of the 200. I say this. Sounds like a great time worth $200. Just pay it and call it a day. I don't trust Keenan Allen coming back with this injury, and I'm also very concerned about Justin Herbert's ribs. If you recall how Justin Herbert actually got his job, yes, it was when Tyrod Taylor had the same rib injury, and the doctor stabbed him and punctured his lung. And now he's suing that doctor who has to, again, stab Justin Herbert this Sunday before him.
Hollywood Brown, Doug, the Arizona Cardinals. What up, Lisa? Brady versus the Packers, or Wentz versus the Eagles. Also, Doug once bought pulled pork behind a dumpster from a fella down in Fenton named Ollie.
I did.
I'm hoping he's listening so I can pull his.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
Yeah, that's a difficult question there.
This is where because I was really just analyzing. I got really into this. This is actually a good question that I really feel great about. This is facing the 2-0 Philadelphia Eagles with an incredible defense. This is going to be the first real challenge Wentz has to face, which does kind of scare me, but I do see this being a higher scoring game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with Wentz for the upside.
Hey, Lisa, two-part question for you. With my skin complexion, would I look cuter in a black or white Raiders jersey? And do you think it was professional when you had Iggy on your podcast and he slurped and chewed an ice cube while smacking his lips mid-interview? That's from Sean Mahoney's Deadeye.
Did I do that?
Sean Mahoney's Deadeye. Yeah, I was listening this morning while you were swallowing that ice cube during the podcast.
It got stuck in your throat. Well, you know what? He didn't think it was going to go through the little hole on his cuppy, his sippy cup. That was really the problem.
Sippy cup.
It wasn't his fault. It was a defective sippy cup situation. So Iggy is perfect. And how the hell am I supposed to tell what color jersey is supposed to by their skin color when I can't see you because I'm on the radio?
Just assume all of our listeners are pasty.
Yeah, just like me.
Yeah, then I'm going to go with the white jersey so you don't look even more pasty.
No, I like the contrast.
Two-parter here.
Well, now we know something about Jackson.
I'm not real tuned in with the NFL. Where should I start Sam Bradford? And secondly, what kind of lotion do you suggest for the bloody chafing that is sure to take place between the fat thighs today at Normandy? Doug, that's from the wedding tackle.
Oh, there won't be that much chafing.
Jergens?
Yeah, I would say definitely stick with Aquaphor. It's a very basic ointment, inexpensive, easy to transport. It doesn't have a fragrance, won't attract the bugs. I'm sure there's some mesquites going to come up in those legs as well. Some Skims or something. And as for you, still talking about Sam Bradford, it's not a wonder you have chafing yourself.
Stephen Wildwood asked, pick two receivers of these four, Lisa. Landry, Davis, Ayuk, and Renfro. And then also Tom Jones is coming in for a concert next week. Can you get me a meet and greet? That's from Steve in Wildwood.
That one. I'm going to go Landry and Ayuk. And as for this concert-going situation, I love it so much that everybody feels that I'm so connected. It makes me realize I'm not that connected at all.
So Gabe Davis, I got Gabe Davis on one of my teams. What are your thoughts on him?
I like Gabe Davis, but I'm not sure if I love this matchup for Gabe Davis. And I think Landry is going to be, this is a week 3 situation for Landry. And I think it's going to be a bit higher, maybe 5 more points than he's put up. Like week 1 was a good week for Landry.
Any sneaker plays that you like?
DFS purposes, Damian Pierce's price has gone down.
Yeah, he was a real
Houston,
hot
Texas.
item during drafts.
He
and
was a
now look
hot
at him.
item, and this is how we are in the fickle fantasy football world, where we quit too quick, right? So, my D medication, the commercial the other day. So for 8 hours.
You have Blue Chew on your podcast as a sponsor, just like Iggy
yes,
has here.
and now I'll be switching to a new. You'll see this, but so I got the scripts, and the statistics that I learned that 30 million. Men in America suffer from ED, which I felt, well, that's only 30 million are coming forward. It's got to be 60 million. And as we're going through the day, behind the scenes, at one point I lash out. At one point by like 4:30, I lash out and I'm like, none of the guys I'm with in my personal life suffer from this. They are not one of the 30 million. The 25 and under crowd.
Oh, don't say that.
You know what? Clip that, Jackson. Okay?
You got it. Yourself home, so to speak.
Well, no one gets paid if the shoot doesn't get accomplished. So,
Yeah,
you're just
yeah.
asking the director, what kind of weird pills do you have in your box, your toolbox, you can shove down this kid's throat because we need to get this done. Normally, the guy goes in the other room. He wants to, clear his mind. He's usually sweating profusely. Hood is based around me pushing rope up a hill right now.
Don't say pushing rope up a
this
hill.
Wow.
Tie a stick to it.
Wow.
But yeah, we're giving up on Damian Pierce. This week he faces a soft Chicago run defense. So he's a cheap play right now. And when you're
Nice.
looking around,
It's a nice
these
play.
Bengals players are
Nice
going
start.
pretty cheap, and they're going to come up from this 0-2
Yeah.
situation right now. Playing the Jets, this is their get-right week. So look for your Bengals players as well.
That's some good counsel. Have you ever heard this? Imagine you
Yes,
have to
I remember Gina Lynn. We started working together at Al's Diamond Cabaret
Oh,
in
really?
Reading, Pennsylvania.
Famous
Yes.
place, Al.
Yes.
I was
Yep.
hanging out with her at the Stag Bar in Washington Park, which I know you had performed at
Yep.
in the past. And her gentleman lover, Doug, his name was Travis Knight, but he wasn't the guy who played for UConn.
Different guy.
Different
Not the
guy.
same, not the same.
Vibe there, by the way. And Gina Lynn brought up that there were some male performers who would inject their
Yes.
weens.
Take this. I will one up you on this. So I
Oh,
did a
no.
scene with China. You remember China? Rest in peace, China, the wrestler.
Yeah.
And the performer that so I was playing, it was a McMahon scene. It was the father-daughter, so I was Stephanie McMahon. So, of course, I couldn't have sex with the father because porno is so real and, we can't cross these lines. Injected. And my biggest fear with injection was that's an open, that could be an open wound.
Yeah, good
They
call.
start the scene. He injected improperly because let's face it, none of these guys are medical professionals. And as he pulled out, he hit a vein when he injected. Blood coming out of him like a faucet. Because all your blood rushes to that very valuable area you men cherish so dearly, and it was gushing out like blood out of a fire hole. onto a concrete
fire
floor.
hole?
Yeah.
Oh, she said fire hole.
Fire in the
It
hole.
was fairly traumatic.
Silver Dollar
It was
City.
fairly traumatic, yes. And
Wow.
I had to be
Yeah,
the
boy,
person
you
to talk
did-
China off the ledge to finish the scene.
Oh. How was she as a performer? Wonderful?
Well, that wasn't a ringing endorsement.
she
I,
got
I,
in.
I know
She got
where
in.
Iggy's going, and he's being very nice, and that's all we're going to say here. But I will say that is the downside, one of many with the injecting.
I will say Lisa Ann is a great spokesperson because I was out at the Breaking Benjamin Allison Chains concert,
Yes.
and it's the best water I've ever had. So thank you. And I thought of you. I said, well, Lisa Ann promotes that, and she drinks it, and it's the best water I've ever had.
Drinking one right
It's
now.
great water, and remember the value in the campaign is death to plastics, because we do recycle aluminum in the United States. We do not recycle plastics in the United States. We ship them to other countries. They fall off the barges in the water. They affect our wildlife, and also plastic is killing us slowly, right? So aluminum, being that the homeless population here, you could save your aluminum cans, give them directly to them, and they get 5 cents each. So it's a straight exchange, and aluminum is better for the environment. The water stays nice and cool all day, doesn't make that crazy condensation, and it's mountain fresh water.
Oh, is that right? Doug,
Yeah.
Mountain Fresh.
Mountain fresh comes right from the mountain.
Yeah.
No doubt. Not from tap water anywhere.
Oh, that's right.
Nope.
Mountains.
Right.
Lisa Ann, we got to let you go. We are getting close to wrapping up the show and then taking to the golf course. It's always wonderful to hear you. I think you gave some great counsel today to the listeners and also the guys who I know are getting ready to inject themselves for the weekend. Have a wonderful weekend, and
I
as
do have
always,
a quick
thank
one.
you.
Did
What do we got?
Iggy give his Doppler report for your weather?
We have a real
Yeah.
problem coming in from the west. We have a real storm coming in I am looking for the leaves turning upside down like you told me.
You learned that from me.
I did.
You learned that from me.
This is very scary.
No rain, Lisa Ann. No rain. Staying away.
It's coming in waves.
Have a great day, everybody. I'll talk to you next week.
All right, gal. She is Lisa Ann, brought to you by Tullamore Dew here every Friday on the Ryan Kelly Morning After. And look who just arrived. I think he needs the game ball. You can see him from outer space with that shirt. He went to pick up 6 golf carts. John Cletus Watson. I think he does deserve somebody's hole today.
Oh,
well,
give it up.
Somebody's going to get it.
Yep.
What did he
and
bring?
he's bringing a box of gifts. I don't know what it is.
Oh, it looks like bobbleheads.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I think that's from Danny Stack, I think.
Danny Stack.
A friend of his gave him a bunch of bobbleheads for Gobblebles.
Is that right?
But yeah, Cletus saved the day going and picking up all
Picking
those
up
cards
all
for
these
us.
cards. How about that? That's unbelievable.
Shout out to
How do you
Cletus.
even do that? How do you even go and pick up 5
I mean,
or
what a
6 golf
gesture.
cards?
An unbelievable gesture by
He
Cletus.
found a truck somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to move my chair from one of the carts. I don't
What?
want to take up a cart from a player. I thought we would have enough, but I feel like I'm gonna have to.
Oh, we do still have a shortage?
I don't know if we do or not.
I thought we
but-
got enough. I thought we just got a
Yeah,
courtesy.
I got one.
All we really need is a ride out there and then a ride back. We don't need a cart.
Well, I have a
all day.
chair, so it might be a
I
little
do
rocking
too.
chair.
I do too.
Yeah.
It is a Friday morning, and we are in our designer heating and cooling email of the day coming up in about 10 minutes. But before we go there, when you can send them in the morning after at InsideSTL.com here in our Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour, it's time for the Bertarelli Cutlery Cuts of the week.
Cuts of the Week are brought to you by Bertarelli Cutlery. Visit
You're clear.
online at bertarellico.com. Cut
1. I do have to run, like I said, humble brag on my own business, think about sponsoring the Log Jewel, but this is Mr. Fix.
Okay.
And I'll come at you harder, Mr. Licks, next time, but thanks for talking, guys. I'm glad you got to hear my voice.
All right. Thank you, Pixie.
I love it, and I know the text line. I need to hear the text.
Sure, no problem. There's a lot of feedback coming in. This guy really thinks highly of himself. F you.
Oh, come on. That's not fair.
This guy sucks. That's from Jervis Parish. What is this? Is this real? Comedy is super hard. Die. Die, fella, die.
That's pretty extreme.
This is the worst call I've ever heard. And I really hope the mob fixes you and you go straight to hell to burn forever. That's from the Shrewsbury Seat Sniffer.
Oh.
I am going to start hurting myself after listening to that. That's from the Kansas City Gray Sexual. Hey, why don't you go jump off of a bridge? That's from King Boopa.
Oh, no.
WTF is this? Blowtorch this joint from mouth to anus. Licks owns this bitch. That's from Joan Jett's groping hand. This is literally the worst call of all time. Ship this guy off to Canada. Congrats nonetheless on owning your own Orange Theory franchise. Doug, that's from glove blogger Tom Draven. That's correct.
Hey, Humble bragged about his business, but never let anybody know what it was.
A smart move on his part not to reveal.
Brian Henson is a show ombudsman, and he says, this guy sucks. Sit on a samurai sword and then go F yourself. It's from Brian Henson, who covers the Colts.
Man.
That hurt.
Guys, just have Iggy take that lighter that he uses to set himself on fire for attention with and have him burn the phone lines. That's from Carlos Spicewiener.
Well, it's not for attention. Doug did it off camera.
I took a picture of Iggy who was asleep during the phone call. He
God
put his head
almighty.
down.
It's just another one that's just trying to be funny.
Well, but you can't let it put you right to sleep.
Well, it did. I don't know what to
The
tell you.
text line really enjoyed it. I'm glad.
Cut
2. Play the audio, big shot.
Well, we don't own the audio, so.
Audio. Text Dave Zobrist and ask for permission real quick.
I would have to find it because I don't remember. If the guy who sent it to me,
CC me on that email.
Yeah, if the guy who sent it to me, text me or DM me, let me know it was you, and I can try and find it. But it was like 3 months ago.
You can run audio from other shows, can't you, with a courtesy credit? I mean, we hear that all. We run Francesa's audio.
No.
We run the announcer, the minor league announcer. We run that audio.
I'm sure
That's right.
Daddy Padre records all of his calls. So why don't you find the one where you talked about it and send it in?
So you would welcome that? You would give him permission on the
I would
bet?
love people to hear it.
All right.
So I know he
Let's
lied.
hear it. Doug, let's hear the audio. Pablo, go ahead and play it.
Yeah, here it is.
Where is it?
It's from the
No, I said
Daddy.
Daddy Padre is probably the kind of guy that records his own calls and, hey, did you hear me on the show? Listen. So if you got it, send it in. We'll play it.
I have to say the payoff, it just won't be there.
Beer Cat says, someone sent me the audio. I don't know where it's at. I listened in my phone. The audio was great, but I don't know where it is. That's from Beer Cats.
It was in an email, and I pulled up the email. But I don't know. I delete almost all my emails after a few months because I'm like, Doug, at least I read mine. But there's all kinds of things in there. So what if I have like 3,000 emails, and I just start deleting?
So it's gone.
I'm sure it is. Why would I lie about it?
Oh, I don't know.
Don't care about the guy.
No, you don't
But what upsets me is when you just flat out lie about things.
Okay.
And by the way, how much did you donate to the charity that day?
Daddy Padre, you can comment
zero.
on the YouTube
That's how much.
chat.
Zero. You thought just you playing was big enough.
Cut.
3. Well, Doug, the Cardinal offense wasn't there last night.
This fan base deserves better than that. We cannot sit here in the stretch run and lose games to the Redlegs of Cincinnati. Albert Pujols, what have you done for us lately? 0 for 3. No, thank you. Maybe you need to go back on the bench and rest up a little bit. Get ready for the playoff series. Yes, if we can get hot, we can win this baby. But we're not hot right now. Right now, we're not hot. We're losing to some of the weaker teams in baseball, and I'm not tired. I am tired of it, and I'm sure the best fans in baseball are rather tired of it. We deserve so much more than this. These players aren't here for the money. They're here because they love the game. Why don't they start showing it?
I saw him handing out money to the fans.
They were giving money to the fans. That's what these players do. And yet what they don't do is win very many games against lousy clubs. And I've had it with that.
What's Marmol thinking when you got Pujols up and a righty and you got Corey Dickerson on the bench? You should have probably pinch hit.
Pinch hit for him, Ollie. You know he doesn't hit the right-handers as well as Dickerson does. Dickerson did come in and ground it out. He got his shot. But I wanted him right there for Pujols. How did this club ever get in the position they're in now? I didn't see a second of that game last night, and I am so tired of the way they played.
They play like that, they're not going to win a playoff game.
I don't think we're going to win a playoff game now. If they play like that, we won't. The Redlegs came in here in a bad way. This is not a good ball club. They don't got good pitching. We got good pitching. They don't got good defense. We got good defense. And yet we lose to these teams.
Chase Anderson's going to win the Cy Young.
Somebody's got to win this Cy Young. It's up for grabs. I wish one of our guys would win it. Why don't we give it to Waino? He's been around a long time. Guys are taking pitches on purpose so he can get a strike over to start the ball game. That's the kind of respect that a Cy Young pitcher ought to have.
2 minutes.
And he's getting it. And he is not here for the money. Let's get that straight. I am tired of everything going on down there right now.
I think they may choke and not make the playoffs.
Is it possible we don't even get into the postseason now? I think they may choke and not get into the playoffs. We got 4 more to play against the Cincinnati club, and frankly, I'm pretty worried about it.
Nice.
Best is watching this on YouTube, and while it's going on, you have a gentleman impersonating Elmer Fudd next to Doug, and another guy across the dais shoving a monster donut into his mouth.
That donut looks so good.
While a guy is having an aneurysm about a mid-September loss to the Cincinnati Reds.
Cut.
I'll leave it at the 4.
I don't normally get too excited when my father-in-law, William, who goes by Bill, says that he is cooking something.
1 minute.
But he spent the whole morning at Aldi carefully procuring the freshest ingredients for his dish, and he could not stop raving about it. I entered his double wide, and the aroma attacked my nostrils, and I felt a slight twinge in my pant. He opened the door to his oven, and I saw the crisp and succulent asparagus spears dancing in the seasoned oil of which it had been marinating in, ready to be processed by Bill. His brine tasted like a fine wine.
30.
His waist, my chest.
Okay.
I told you. Tell me what you see.
Think about it, Doug.
I'm not going to.
That comes from
Tunnels, 12,000.
I was talking to Doug.
That was Jackie Jack.
10 seconds.
Witnessing history.
That was Deke Donum.
That was amazing.
No. It was Tunnels 12,000.
Tunnels, 12,000.
Production was great.
And those were the cuts of the week.
Got to feel good about it, Doug. There's
Yeah.
no way you can say the show isn't firing on all cylinders at this moment.
I don't feel that good. I should probably feel better than I do.
Such a strong week.
That sounded like that could be an ASMR video.
Oh, yeah, like from ASMR
Yeah,
Ting
just
Ting?
the way he was talking very gently.
As I enter this double wide.
His brine.
Feel my belt.
That's what you
Feel
find
my belt.
relaxing?
No, I don't, but that could be an ASMR
The
video.
asparagus brine.
Just get on
Dancing.
Ting Ting's channel. Just
Yeah.
get on that channel.
Tunnels Ting Ting.
Piggyback.
Tunnels ting ting.
Doug, the players have gathered here at Normandy for the Michelob Ultra Lemmings Open, and look at the way people are rolling the rock at the rock. And now there is a buzz in the gallery as Michael Wellington has just arrived, and he is the one Iggy will be betting come 3:30. 9 balls out of 10 onto the green. And let's take a look as we pull up the 18th green. They have moved the pin back. They have moved
Dude, that's
the
like
pin
at the
back.
very back.
No, it's in the middle of the green.
Well, it's going to be a 15-yard chip to the green.
Well,
Perfect.
You can literally putt that thing, man.
I'll have a 3 and a 5 wood out there just in case. The fact is I'm just doing what I was told to do. 40 yards to the pin. So
I thought it was 40 yards to the green. 40 yards away from the green.
you hear what you want to hear.
Well, that's what I heard.
And you have nothing to do with it.
You'd have to be 40 yards away from the green.
You have
Chip
nothing to
it
do
up.
with it, so butt out.
Take that, Doug.
Someone's got to watch you because you'll try to steal a base.
I got to thank Daddy
Danny Padre?
No, I got to thank Danny Stack.
I thought we were going to have a huge breakthrough moment here.
We don't have enough time for that.
The Loomster, Spicy Wiener.
Wow. Everybody's being thanked.
Bill's wife.
Bill's wife.
I mean, they all just brought like 40 things in for Gobble Bowl, so thank you very much.
Unbelievable.
Very
Thank
nice.
you.
There's Danny Stack right there.
Todd Baltz.
Todd Baltz.
That sounds made up.
That's a text name, right? Like we got.
Is that right?
Take it, Todd
Baltz.
Todd Belts?
Todd, Doug, is it Todd Belts or is it Todd
Just come
Balls?
over here.
I don't know.
Someone already took
In
Herb's
30
hog.
seconds. Just come yell.
Herb's hog. I missed that. He got a hog.
Todd Baltz.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks to Todd.
Balls.
After all that.
B-A-L-T-Z, Baltz.
Baltz, Todd Baltz.
Todd Baltzy.
He donated a whole box of stuff. Danny Stack brought it. Spicy Wiener just brought me a Chris Pronger puck. Loomster had 4 bobbleheads that he gave me.
Is Todd Bolts Listener of the Year candidate?
Danny Packer.
Trejo.
Just 2 Dukes gift cards for Gobble Bowl. I mean, these guys are just
Upstairs bar.
unbelievable people. Thank you.
The video, if you want to see Iggy getting his work in on number 18 before he bets Michael Wellington $250 that he will get 9 of 10 balls onto that green in front of thousands of local women, is up on Instagram at TMA_STL. It's on Twitter at TMASTL, and if you're on the fan page, you can see it there. And it's interesting to me that Aunt Peg says this. You know, a lot of people would be scared to take this bet, but to take it and do it in house slippers. Bravo, Iggy. That is on the Instagram page. You can take a look at it as
and
well.
a dart hanging out of my mouth. And with no feeling in my hands.
And about 10 yards away from the green.
No, I was 40 yards out. Why don't you just be quiet? You stood right there and watched the shots.
Yeah, the first one was legitimate, I thought. But if we're going to move the pin way back, and now you only have to get 40 yards from the pin as opposed to 40 yards with the green, which is the original
The
premise.
first one was
I don't
40
know.
yards out.
I don't even know what to think anymore.
The first one was 40 yards out. I paced it to 40 yards from the middle of the green.
That was legitimate, the first
All
one.
right, well, that's where I'm going to be hitting it from.
Well, let's see.
I would tell you, looking at this radar, we've got a situation.
Yeah, it's
Plowhawk.
moving on, right?
It is moving right in. I mean,
Elias coming home.
this thing is heading for a direct hit in North County in St. Louis, Missouri, Jack.
It's early.
It's gonna split off like meteors do, and one's gonna go to Minnesota, the other one's going to Georgia.
It is a wall of water that extends to Canada, and then down to the middle of Missouri. and all the way back to west of Topeka, and it is heading dead on to St. Louis, and I would say it's midway between St. Louis and Columbia, Missouri, home of the undefeated in the SEC to date, Missouri Tigers.
Yep, there's no lies in that statement.
Well,
right
wait till
there.
that wind shifts
Sick
from the east
team.
and it all goes blowing up into Canada and just comes right around us and misses.
Yep.
So it's right now it's at like Kingdom City.
Yeah, if you take a look at it, I would say that's Kingdom City.
Yeah.
Right where the Duke's Mayo Bowl is this year, I think.
It's in Kingdom City at the Fudge Shop.
I don't know if I've ever been to Kingdom.
So, Iggy, your official forecast before we do the design, air, heating, and cooling email today.
We may get a sprinkle before it moves east, and that's about it. So we're cool. It's not going to warm up much. It's going to be 62 degrees. It is about 58 now. So
And almost no rain?
yeah, almost no rain.
Almost none.
Now, just so you know, my forecast on my iPhone says 90%.
Well, there's a 10% chance it won't.
You're
I'm
saying
going
there's
with
a
the, I'm
chance.
going with the 10%. Andy Hanselman's here.
Andy Hanselman.
Mr.
All
Mayor.
right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the design, air, heating, and cooling email of the day. Hey, guys. I just wanted to tell you about a real conversation I had with my wife a few days ago. I work from home, and I was in my office. My wife walks in, and I'm listening to the show. And she says, "Are Tom and Doug still on the show?" And I said, "Well, Doug is still on the show. There is no Tom." "Do you mean Tim?" And my wife says, "Yes, Tim and Doug." Me, yes, they are both still on the show. Why? My wife says, "Because every time I come in here, all I hear is that Izzy guy."
Oh.
Me. "Oh, you mean Iggy?" Wife, "Yes, Iggy." "Are they having a big concert?" Me, "A concert? What? This is a talk show. They talk about sports and a bunch of other nonsense. You've heard it before." My wife says, "Yeah, but are they like hosting a concert for charity or something?" And I said, "No, what are you talking about?" My wife says, "Why is that Iggy guy just reading off a concert schedule with boy?" And I say, "Honestly, I have no idea." My wife says, "Well, weren't you listening to the show?" And I said, "Yeah, I was listening." And my wife says, "But you have no idea why the guy is reading off a concert schedule for tonight?" And I say, "Actually, the answer is I have no idea why he is doing that." My wife says, "I'm not going to lie. I'm slightly disappointed in you." And then I say, "Actually, the line is I've been disappointed in you before, but never to this extent."
Right.
And my wife says, "Okay, I came down here to see if you wanted to go out for lunch. You just keep doing what you're doing, and I'll do my own thing." That's from Frenchie.
That was long.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was long.
my guess, Frenchie, is
Frenchie.
you better take the blue chew because you're not giving her anything.
Oh, no.
That's like the Mr. Fix of emails. No payoff, and it got worse.
Dear Lisa Ann and Associates, I've come to the dais for some help settling the debate with my wife. She thinks I'm gay because she found out that Dale and I have been having sporadic intercourse. Even when he's in me or I'm in his mouth, I contend it's not gay because I'm married to a woman. And it's not even like we bang every single day. We just do it about once per week. Dale puts on a John Mayer CD to set the mood, and he grunts, "Drop them dungarees and let me see that girthy hog."
Okay.
Yeah, he's a good kisser, but he sure does like it rough. Boy, is my backside barking. Anyhow, someone please explain to my wife that this is just boys being boys.
It isn't.
And then us guys simply like to goof around. It's all in good fun. Just dudes blowing off steam by... And then...
Yeah.
Please set my wife straight by letting her know that it's perfectly normal for a man to explore his buddy's naked body.
It isn't.
That's from the
It is-
JV golf
It is
coach.
not. It is not at all. JV golf coach.
And finally, gentlemen, good morning. As a preferred partner, I'd like to formally invite you all to a charity roller hockey tournament we're hosting at 10:30 a.m. today, with all proceeds going to a personal friend who operates a near bankrupt hot dog cart located in the atrium of a hardware store in an affluent part of town. Unfortunately, we don't have any rollerblade sticks, helmets, or pucks for our charity roller hockey tournament. So if you can purchase your own, our very special VIP guest package, we'll kindly request you bring equipment for all of our competitors. Additionally, the rink is experiencing some pothole issues, so as a special perk, if you bring a couple loads of fresh asphalt, you'll be entered into a drawing, with the grand prize winner being awarded a 4-day, 3-night stay at a pay-by-the-hour motel somewhere in the panhandle of Florida, sharing a room with 7 to 8 strangers lacking spatial awareness and basic hygiene. Thanks, that comes from Gunter. Doug Gunter.
Gunter, the German gentleman.
That's correct.
Gunter. Okay, well, there wasn't a lot to pick from. I guess I'll go with the last fella, Gunter.
Gunter.
Yeah.
Iggy is holding court.
No, I'm talking to Mr. Smith. You need a vote for me?
You've been on the show a few years now, right? You know how this works.
I know. I didn't know if we had another one or not.
No, that was it.
I'm going because this tournament is since Hubbard. We've been at Hubbard and Jesse and her crew, and we have everything we need out here. I'm giving it to the guy that did the one up at the hot dog stand.
Gunter. That was Gunter?
Yeah, Gunter.
And I got to tell you, I feel precipitation. Just a little sprinkling,
It's not
but
raining.
I felt it.
Look at it out there. It's clearing
We
up.
got a roof over our head here. That was somebody spitting, I think.
So we've been spat on.
Congratulations to Gunter. You have won the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. That was a nice win for Gunter.
Yes.
Really fun to see Gunter accelerating
Really
at the right
great.
time,
Really
peaking in late September. Doug, that's going to do it for today's Michelob Ultra Lemmings Open is about to start up. Golfers scattered about. Donut Drive-In is here. TheHomeLoanExpert.com is here. Michelob Ultra is here. Potbelly will be here. Uncle Leo's will be here. 20% off at TMASTLshop.com all day today with those new blue shirts and hoodies. We got the St. Louis Dog shirts and hoodies, and you get everything 20% off. No promo code needed. And then we have 20% off at mysoundstory.com. Get ahead of the holidays and get it done now. mysoundstory.com. Enter the promo code TMA. Time for us to shut it down. Closing out our Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. For the Plowhawk, for Action Jackson, for Kenneth Iggy Strode, for my brother Kevin, for Douglas Elvin Vaughn, I'm Tim McKernan. This has been the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios today at Normandy Golf Club for the Michelob Ultra Lemmings Open.
Nice work, boys.
All right.
Yeah, I felt good about it.
TNT FM.
Compass Realty.
Yeah.
Say hello. I think you got a golf in there. She had a picture with Doug Vaughn. She didn't know how to ask. I was like,